Well, hello everybody. Sorry I'm late. My comic guy had technical difficulties and we were trying to fix them, but alas, it didn't work. So, we will talk about guppies. Okay, we'll talk about whatever. You know how it goes. Um, we are still having the giveaway, and I'll set that up in a minute. Hey, Shauna. Um, I was just telling S I'm late because the comic guy was having technical difficulties. So he's gonna have to reschedule. I'm not sure what the problem was. I'm not technical, and he is technical, and he's the one with the technical difficulties. So he will be here, and I'm still working on scheduling my dad and my mom, and working on a few other people. And let's see. I made a good score yesterday. I'm picking them up tomorrow. I'm getting 5 yo-yos that are about 2.5 inches and 2 3-inch OB females that are 3 inches, and all of them for 25. And my friend who breeds OBs has a bunch of new fry, so I'll probably pick up some of those. Hey, June. So things are going okay, except for moving tanks, which, of course, I just can't do right now. Although it is really frustrating. I mean, we're literally walking around the 150-gallon tank. Hey, Bateson. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Better than I was last week. Although I had a doctor's appointment and I was halfway there because it's an hour or so away. And they called and said, we're going to have to reschedule you. I said, oh, thank you. Hey, Jose. But I already had lunch planned with my mother, and we went to a really nice Italian restaurant, sort of a down home. My mother and I shared a salad and scallops and shrimp, and we had leftovers. I mean, they're really worth it. They're a really good restaurant, and they've been closed for a while remodeling. Yeah, pasta. It was a wonderful sort of kind of a red cream sauce, but it was really light, and the caprese salad was the best I've ever had. It had roasted garlic slices and fennel, of course, tomatoes, mozzarella, a spring lettuce mix with no arugula, which is good because I, for some reason, hate arugula. It was just really, really a nice meal, and everything just, I mean, it was really good. It's one of my favorite restaurants, and we don't go there too often. I'm not sure why. But we're kind of like food connoisseurs, so, which is a good thing because we always go to we always get really good food. We once, though, went to this place in Albuquerque called Faye's. The tea tasted like water. The soup tasted like water. The chow mein tasted like noodles that had been cooked in water. And it had to have been the worst restaurant I had ever been to. It was horrible. Of course, it's no longer in business, but they were there about 5 years. And we always passed it and just kind of wondered how they could survive. especially being in an area right across from the University of New Mexico with tons and tons of good restaurants. Yeah, well, that's why I take advantage of it. I didn't have grandparents. And I always used to get really mad at people who, oh God, I got to go see my grandparents again. All they do is talk about the old days. And it's like, I always wanted to have grandparents. I mean, I had like great grandparents that I saw, well, kind of lived on the reservation with my great grandma, but I mean, I never had grandparents. And I mean, I have friends, and it's like you go see your mom maybe a couple times a week and have lunch with her. And I said, yeah. And sometimes we have dinner, and I take her shopping, and I take her, when right now getting home health care is really difficult. So I've been going down and, I help her as much as I can. Last week was just total. I couldn't do anything. And of course, Leo, who's my service dog, he just thinks he's hot shit. I mean, he'll walk in between the two of us. And okay, he doesn't even walk. He struts in between the two of us like, hey, everybody, I got two people. Check this out. He absolutely loves my mom and just gets so excited. So, yeah, I miss having lunch with my dad, but he's in California. So one of these days, hopefully this summer, I'm going to make it out there to see him. And like I was telling everybody else, my comment guy's having technical difficulties, which is why I was late, because we were trying to fix it. However, we still are having the giveaway, and I'm going to set that up, and it's going to be hashtag fish art. So it is, hey Patty, hashtag fish art. And if I win, I promise I won't take it. I mean, I already have it. So anyway, what I'm giving away is two, and we're doing two drawings. Okay, let's see if I can do this. What I'm giving away is okay, I don't have at least two monitors. Sorry, guys. I only have one. But I will try it this way. Share. Share screen. Share screen. Select a window or screen. And it doesn't like me. Entire screen. Allow. And that's not what we want to show you, but what I'm giving away is Priscilla's Pink Blue Betta and a CPD. So they're really nice prints, and Priscilla's a really good artist. So anyway, that's what. Stop sharing. Did everybody see them? Did it work? Since I couldn't see. So anyway, as soon as I figure out how to, let's see, pin something. Banners. Mm. Okay. They're really nice. My mom lives about exactly 1 hour away from me. She's lived at, this is the fourth place in Santa Fe she's lived. She lived in 3 different assisted living places, which like totally sucked. One place, the first place was just awful, and they literally said, well, the guy across the hall will stop howling all night long because he's dying, so give him a few days. The second place, on her bill, she was charged $120 for alcohol. My mom doesn't drink. The third place, she tore her hamstring. And okay, yeah, it was in the middle of the first COVID lockdown. They would not take her to the emergency room or her doctor. So I drove down and I took her to her doctor because her doctor said that's much safer. And then they put her on a month quarantine because she had been out of the facility without permission. It was just, she's actually in her own apartment with home health care. And it's even a second floor, no elevator apartment. And she's just so much happier. Um, and even though the insurance paid for everything, it was just like, oh, you're welcome. Hardbacks are hard to come by. I think the only hardbacks of my mom's book that she has one in Hebrew and one in German. But she was like, wow, a hardback. That was pretty cool. And you're very welcome. Well, Patty, just so you know, my mother wrote a Star Trek novel, which was 1983, I guess, best on the bestsellers list for Walton and B. Dalton. And she will personally autograph a book for you because you're my friend. No, she really enjoys doing it. Her book is called Blackfire. She worked on Wrath of Khan. My mom did a lot of stuff with Star Trek. And she ran William Shatner's fan fellowship for a while, but then he didn't want to pay her more. I remember that. So she quit and took everything with her. So somewhere, maybe, if I'm still lucky, I still have stationery and William Shatner records and various other things because I'm a horrible pack rat. Yeah. Or as she said, Shitner. And he said, what? Most people would do my fan club for free. And my mom said, I run it as a business and you make money. That's why you pay me. So you may be famous, but I'm a businesswoman and I don't work for free. But my mom's still cool. I mean, after all, she puts up with me. And I'm like not easy to put up with. Well, neither is she. Wonder where I get it from. Couldn't possibly be my mother. Not at all. But her new paintings, I can't wait to get some photographs of them. My mom is trying a new technique. She does landscapes and some abstracts. And I really, really like her new paintings. I mean, she said they're a pain in the butt, they take forever, but they're just really awesome. So hopefully I have to go over to her house and teach her how to use the camera and stuff before she can be on. Yeah, exactly. Shatner wants to keep all the money. But like my mom said, she works hard. So she deserves it. And remember, everybody, it is hashtag fish art for the drawing, and we'll get to it. Oh, ragdoll cats. Oh, I have a cat. I need to find it at home. My dogs don't like cats. Yeah. Which is sad because I used to breed Koraks, Fantasia cats. So, but that was like 40 years ago or longer. It was forever. And I had a cat named Nebish. And Nebish is Yiddish for thin, scraggly, kind of yucky looking. And one of the judges picked up Nebish, stood him up, and said, this is anything but a Nebish cat. Maybe a little bit on the chunky side here. But he was a great cat. I used to love showing my cats. I mean, the only thing I haven't shown is dogs, but I did dog rescue. So I showed horses. I haven't shown fish. I think there's too many other streams going on, which gives you guys all a better chance. And I mean, hey, right now you have like a 2 out of 5 chance. Oh God, cat show ribbons are like the best. I mean, the first time I got a cat show ribbon, it was 3 feet long. I work my butt off in horse shows and stuff, and I get, the 6-inch long ribbon. Maybe it had a rosette, maybe it didn't. But in a cat show, if you do good, you get these beautiful ribbons with beautiful rosettes. I still have all of mine somewhere. Okay, I have to qualify that. I hope I still have all mine because I got so much stuff destroyed and ripped off in Colorado. I don't know what I have. And since I'm getting a 40-foot storage trailer, I only get 20 feet of it. The rest of it's for my mom's paintings. I'm actually going to try and start being brave and go through my stuff and do it the way they suggest now. Are my kids going to want this? Hell no. But I already have oh no, there's too many. There's people who started at 9. There are a couple people who started streaming at 9:30. There's people who are streaming who started streaming at 9. Monday is getting kind of busy, and I'll ask you guys, since you guys are the people who are here a lot, if there's any other day that's better besides like Friday, Saturday, because those are really busy. I could always move because Tuesday is the day I do almost everything. So if I stay up too late, I'm like, I'm just not with it. And tomorrow, AGRB, hashtag fish art. And I will send it to you. I know it's a little bit more, but it's not that bad. Hey, Ian. I would have pinned it, but I don't know how to do that yet. So to enter the giveaway, it's hashtag fish art. I mean, I probably should have looked at these kind of things, but I figured there'd be somebody who'd be able to tell me sometime. Hey, we got to be fair to everybody, Patty. Roundhouse has said that he's never ever having a giveaway because of the pettiness some people showed during the Christmas season. And it's like, well, it's not Christmas anymore, and I thought that I was gonna like hit 300 last year around this time. In fact, I even made like a video, well, all the slides and everything for a video. So I decided, I just have to. Yes, 2 separate drawings. That way more people get a chance. Because it's nice to get 2 drawings, but 2 separate drawings, that gives 2 people a chance. Well, I may be short, but I ain't a punk. No short girls are punks. And I just always think of us as girls because there's no way I can be as old as I am. Well, that's probably true too, Patty. I actually kind of wonder where he is, but oh well. I think that we make a interesting team because we are so opposite. Because he's so right wing, and I'm just a yellow dog Democrat. I think my family is probably 3,000 miles away. I'm really amazed at the new guppies I got are the giant guppies. These guys who's swimming at the top, they're like twice the size of the other guppies. I mean, this guy has some really, really. Yeah, I don't understand why, because I don't know. Normally, because he's so right wing, I would tend to fight with him, but we just like compliment each other. And I don't really, I guess opposites attract. And that way we can argue. And I like arguing. Oh, and all the tail damage on these guppies isn't from this beta. It's from the other beta that was in the tank. So I switched them. I now have 2 tanks. Oh. Yeah, it's like, well, I sort of know what's in there because I'm not sure where my glasses are right now. I brought home some mice, and I now have a non-wild mouse living in my bedroom because even the females are big. Yeah, one of the mice got out of the box and it's running around my room. And I know tonight it's going to be like, if the dogs see the mouse, they're going to knock all kinds of things over. Yeah, the females are really big too. This guy has incredible guppies. Which fake plant? The green grass? The green grass is one of those grass mats. And I got it on eBay. Because I sort of tend to use eBay more than Amazon a lot of times. Because for stuff like this, and I don't buy stuff from China. Because it takes forever to get here. But I set it on top of the gravel, and then I put gravel on top of it, and like a rock on the corner, to hold it down. And if I lifted that up, there's probably 2 or 3 of the itty bitty fry in there. And the little itty bitty ground up fry food falls into the grass. So they always get food, that the big ones can't get to. It's sort of a good setup. I tend to have a lot more fries survive that way because I tried putting some of the moms in the breeder boxes and breeder nets, but I just felt really sad for them. See, there's a female. She's really big too. Yeah, I really like these big guppies. Tomorrow I'm going to go get my 5 new yo-yo loaches and 2 more OBs. I use, well, let's see, the bristlenose. I have fake plants in a couple of the tanks, especially my cichlid tanks. Hello, Garcia. Welcome. And I don't know, for like even the guppies, they have guppy grass in there, and they have some tiger val, and they have some other plant, which I don't know what it is. And I think they have some of the octopus plant, Pogostemus. I'm not good with plants. But the fake grass is like the best for the babies. I mean, I've done tanks with it and without it, and I get, hey, Skipper, I get so much more, survival of the fry with the fake grass. Because, it has like a square net at the bottom, or not a square net, but squares at the bottom and the plant stuck onto them. So when you lay it on the gravel and you put rocks to hold it down, there's like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch that allows them to like swim around and grow under there. Hey, Holly. And the bigger guppies can't get down there and eat them. So the survival rate is much better. For those coming in, and I'm sorry, Patty, it is #FishArt, and we'll be having 2 drawings. One for Betta done by Priscilla, and the other is a CPD done by Priscilla. And even if you're out of the country, you can enter. Now, if it were a magnet, I learned about Australia and magnets. A magnet is considered a parcel. Stickers, you can put in a like flat envelope, but the magnet, Adele had to pay like package costs for shipping a magnet. And it was like, wow. I mean, it wasn't really that bad, but it was still, rather than $3, it was $15. It was kind of crazy. But I guess we just have to put up with that in this weird world we're living in now. And school's out again, and the kids are having a blast.
Yo, what up?
How do I unpin something?
You go to YouTube and you click on the 3 dots, and there would be a pin.
Ah, okay. Excuse me, everybody.
I think you know what you need? You need a cat.
I have a cat.
Well, then it should fix your whole mouse problem.
Oh, you heard I have a mouse, but the problem is I have dogs too.
Yeah, I didn't come up because I was finishing up filling a tank. And the reason I've never overfilled a tank is because I don't do other things while I'm filling a tank.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm old and have COPD, and hasn't taught me not to smoke yet. But I actually have amazing lung capacity. Um, except when I go into like higher altitude, my oxygen saturation isn't as good. And the doctor was like, oh my God, we have to send you for all these oxygen and lung tests. Passed them all with flying colors. Well, hello. It is very nice to see you here in Valid Request. You know, I'm going to have to get all my Cop Watcher friends together. Now, you guys want to watch a good Cop Watcher in Valid Request? Has some awesome watches and stuff. He's pretty cool, pretty cool. And one of the people who's nice to little people. He says hello. It's terrible because the Cop Watchers in my state like totally blow me off and won't talk to me, which is why I have never done a shout out.
Freaky Fish Lady, smoking's good, drinking's bad. Okay.
Let's see. It's not pop out chap. 3 dots. Where are the 3 dots?
Next to the comment. When you hover your mouse over a comment, the 3 dots that show up on the right hand side of the comment,
Yeah.
you would click on that, and it would say pin.
Pin message. Okay. I think it's pinned.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Holly is honored today to get her fish art pinned. That's to enter the drawing. I don't know. I don't drink. Oh, yeah. Exhaling every drop of air. It's like, oh, come on, man. Keep going. Keep going. And it's like, if I keep going, I'm going to see stars.
While Priscilla's art is totally awesome, I am not going to enter because I still I won the thing from her last year or something like that, and she sent me 4 pictures. So, and one of them is the CPD, and it is awesome.
Yeah, I love Priscilla's art.
Another one I did was the angel and the zebra. The zebra pleco with the scape picture. Or maybe it was discus. Maybe it was discus angels and the zebra. I know there's a zebra pleco.
Yeah, I have the zebra.
I have them in a book so they don't get messed up.
Yeah. Well, I have them all in the, it's like doing a breathalyzer test. I've never done one of those.
I have never done one of those either. Partly because I don't drink and drive.
Yeah. And for those of you coming who wanted to see comics, the comic guy is having technical difficulties, which is why it's 5 minutes late. And I'm not technical, so we'll be working on it during the week. Yeah, and I'm, invalid. I'm small. So, like, the toilet paper roll covers half my face. Okay, I'm not that small, but... And it's like, keep blowing, and it's like, hey, I'm not 6 feet tall. I'm like 5 feet. I don't have that much air. What do you think I am, a gorilla? Ugh, all I can think of now is chocolate cake. But
That is great. He gives us chocolate cake.
I don't know if my dad does. Well, yeah, I guess he likes chocolate cake. I just can't eat Red Devil's cake because I don't know. It just seems wrong. I don't know why, but
So I did water changes. Blah, 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 blah. Water changes on 2 out of the 3 banks downstairs and upstairs. And I marked all the tanks downstairs with what's in them.
I would do that. But I know what's in them.
Yeah, it's more so for the video. When I
Yeah.
do a video, the names, because I just write it with a Sharpie on the glass. And it's really good because the water doesn't take it off. I mean, after a while it does, but
I should try that.
And to get it off, all you do is you take some steel wool and lightly buff it. Lightly rub the tank. And it erases it.
Well, I got this Fritz glass and acrylic cleaner to see if it would like clean a couple of the tanks I have. I just haven't gotten to that. Oh, hauled wood. I'm so glad we don't have to
Patty, I just have to confirm this. Patty, at no time have I, will I, or will I ever apologize for anything.
I can't remember him ever apologizing. And I've known you quite a while.
Steel. I mean, if you press hard, yes, it will scratch the glass. But you just put it like on a finger. Take a bunch and put your finger on the tank and just rub it back and forth, and you'll see it start erasing. It's great for water spots too.
But don't let the cops catch you with a steel wool.
Why?
Because they use it for some sort of drugs.
Oh, I've had more problems with gray tape in my car than anything else.
A real perfume bottle, which is clear and about the size of a cigarette, and glass. And then right next to it, I had one of the little resin things that you stub out your cigarette. And I had my hand on the dashboard, and I was sort of sitting on the seat, and the cop goes, "Get your hand off the dashboard right now." I said, "What?" He said, "I see you reaching for that pipe." And I go, "Pipe? What are you talking about?" He says, "I see that pipe with the glass and resin." And I started cracking up. And so I reached in, and I mean, he was like going for his gun, and it's like, I bring out the 2 pieces, and it's like, 1 to stub my cigarette out, and 2, some perfume. Want to smell it? And he just well, it looked like a pipe to me. And I said, that's what you wanted to see.
The funniest thing that happened, I was in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Went in, asked the chief, I want to take a picture of your dirt car and some of your other cars. So I'm in the back parking lot because they let me go in there. A cop comes up, pulls his gun out. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, put your gun away." Yeah, that's going to be great. Local stupid cop shoots guy taking pictures.
It happens all the time. Okay, well, not exactly shooting. I don't know if anybody, I know people who've been tased.
Dude, I'm sorry. That taser video, I laughed. I kind of did. I mean, holy shit. Honestly, those 3 cops, the 3 cops, it seemed like Mo, Larry, and Curly.
It was like that's like one of the weirdest. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of weird videos, but that like takes the cake.
yeah. That was definitely a unique one.
Ah, but which print do you like the best, Patty?
Well, she can buy her own.
You never know where the StreamYard round and round giveaway tool goes. I know a lot of people who drink and get mean. Yeah, I wouldn't make a good cop. But
I
see,
can deal with people getting drunk and getting mean. What I can't stand is when they get stupid.
yeah, and think that endlers are guppies, or that guppies are endlers.
They're in the same family, I believe, or
But they're
whatever the hell it's
the
called,
same.
but they're two separate species.
Oh, I want to hear you argue with Terry about it. He just gets mad at me and stomps off.
Well, if they were the same thing, they would have the same name.
Well, that's kind of what I think.
Hold on, because I'm pretty sure Endlers are in this and Guppies are in this book. So hold on. Oh man.
I like the rice fish, but I'm really a cichlid person. African cichlids mostly. Um, the one thing I like about them that I think is really cool is the way they you can look down on them. Okay. Well, good night, Levi. Thank you for dropping by. Um, see, now I would trust Bateson's opinion because I know that they are well. The studying that I've done through Alan Bias and talking to Charles from Goliad Farms, it's like they can interbreed, but they're not the same. I mean, it's like I guess it was a flower horn and a Midas fish that were hybridizing, and well, I have polar blues, which are God. Don't you hate empty fish tanks, Garcia? The polar blues are convicts and parrots, and I have a Honduran red point, which is a convict. The last surviving Honduran red point from Kevin. And now he's all colored up and beautiful.
Yeah, they're the same family, just a different species. The the
Hey, Zach.
Endler is a wingy, and the Guppy is a reticulata.
Yeah, see, rice fish are the thing I like about them is that you can look down on them, and they have that super shine on the top. I've actually been quite enamored recently. I'm babysitting fish, and I'm about ready to ask him when he's coming back, but I'm babysitting three goldfish.
So
And
okay, let's go ahead.
one of them has pearl scales. And I know you don't like a roundhouse, but they're really cool. Well, I'm a girl. I like glitter and things that shine and things that glow in the dark. But that's because I was born in Los Alamos.
Okay, I have fact checked it and Carrie's false. I give it 18 narwhals with their long noses. The endlers and the guppies are two different species.
That can hybridize.
Yes, one of them being they still call it an endler. I was just looking at it. Yellow dragon something. It was black and yellow.
Tiger endlers.
Tiger endler, yeah. That's a mix between the guppy and an endler.
Well, I cannot say that there aren't any endler hybrids in my mutt guppy tank. Um, there shouldn't be.
Holy sheep shit! Those fuckers are expensive.
What?
$90 a fish?
For a tiger endler?
No, for an original endler. From
That's
1975
yeah,
original endler. Holy
they
cow.
they only exist in the aquarium trade.
You are on crack. $70
The
for this one? Jeez.
the
Yeah, these are definitely not guppies.
yeah, the endler where the endlers were originally found is now a garbage dump.
Oh, cool.
And they just started putting garbage in and they filled up the pond where they were with
Ain't that
garbage.
special? Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
What the hell country was that? Was that wasn't us?
Vietnam,
Vietnam, okay.
Thailand, somewhere like that. Yeah, I'm actually beginning to like these goldfish and it kind of worries me. But I can't put them in with cichlids, so I think I'm safe. My cichlids would just eat their tails. But guppies.
Oh my God! I'm reading this article and I come across the title: "Difference between the guppies and endlers."
And what does it say?
Endlers are smaller, composed of two little smaller fins for the tail, uh, enhanced metallic body pigments, black comma on the bodies. They're less stocky, and their gonopodium has one hook, whereas the guppy is a little bigger, has wider and it's a wider and richer in color tail. The colors are less intense. It's a more stocky fish and has several hooks on the gonopodium.
So you kind of need a microscope or a magnifying glass.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, like small guppies and these new giant guppies I got. Oh, now that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's like half of me really wants to join the American Cichlid Association, so maybe I can track down the fish that I need. Because I don't want to keep buying 6 juveniles on the chance that I will get females.
Females and males, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
I've dealt with them back in the 90s and they were assholes.
Yeah, well, I just figured this way, and this is you can take my complaint however you want, everybody who sells fish. I've tried to buy fish from several fish family members, and they forget about me. They don't get back to me. And it's like, I'm sorry, guys, my money is as good as anybody else's. And I mean, my fish live. I know how to take care of them. But I can't seem to get any fish family people to sell me fish. So I don't buy from the fish family, which is terrible because I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to support people in the fish fam, but if you don't want to sell me fish, fine. I'm just a little person, but I don't care. I mean, and then like my polar blues, I found some fish fam. They were $30 a piece. I was willing to buy a couple, but then I found a breeder out here, and but he sold them to me for $5.99 each, and that was a much better deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because $6 is way more affordable than $30 a piece.
Yeah, $30 a piece. That's crazy.
There's still some out there that are selling for that price.
I'm sorry. The common stuff like that, the Kenny eye color, the light blue. This you have the Kenny eye. You have it's the same color as the Kenny eye, but it's just a solid color.
All blues.
You have the yellow lab, the Chipoki, the Aratus. Those are all like $7 fish.
But just wait. If I get the black Mangano perfected.
Man, I'm gonna send you a couple Manganos.
I mean, I have 3 black Mangano fry now, plus the older one. And I narrowed it down to which Mangano male it is.
Well, wouldn't it be the female?
No, it's a male Mangano and the female AC. Because remember, Jack.
Yeah, but the female would. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The female would be the one caring for the babies, though, because they mouth brood.
Yeah. Oh, she absolutely. She's one of the best moms I have.
Yeah, I got two. I got 2 or 3 holding right now.
I never even considered going to Waco to look for fish. There's a reptile expo in April in Temple that I'm really tempted to go visit my kids and take my grandsons to the reptile expo. It's like, yeah, you're going to drive 17. Yeah, it's about 17 hours to go to a reptile expo. It's like, well, there aren't any out here. Charlie Cichlid. But does he have the infamous I never realized how many haplochromus SPs there are. And a lot of the ones, and this I actually read doing my research, a lot of the people who say they have ruby green haplochromus actually have, that blue lobster is cool, flameback haplochromus. So, because they have like a totally red back and not as much green, and the ruby greens have like a ruby head and then they're mostly green. Because right now I have something like 7 or 8 males and 2 females. So my poor harem fish are backwards. And I'm
take a couple of the males out and put them in a different tank somewhere else.
Well, I'm going to take the 2 females and the 2 brightest males out, and then I'll probably sell the other males because I'm male heavy. And it's like trying to get females of anything. I mean, I sort of like my friend and I, she says, I live too far out in the mountains and I'm too lazy to sell my OB fry, one at a time. So if you come out, I'll just give them to you. And last time she gave me 20 OB fry for just to get them out of her hair. And she texted me today and said, "Do you want some more OB fry?" And it's like, yeah, because I'll grow them up and pick out the best. and sell the rest. She says, as long as you grow them up, that's fine. I don't want to do it. Okay, I will check out Charlie's Cichlid Hut. I have not even heard of him. I like buying from Dave's Rare Fish. Yes, I do have a video of the polar blues. And in fact, let's see. Well, the lighting isn't really good. And I actually have a very interesting, here, let me do it this way. I have a dwarf platinum parrot. And he's so cute. Okay, I'm trying to move the camera over there. And luckily I have like a short wire.
I did a video on the barbs today, and they were being complete buttheads and not, being their normal selves and always hide. It sucked. It was boring.
Okay, let's see. Do I have enough hands for this?
I don't know. Usually you only have 2.
Maybe I can get it closer. Although I'm not sure.
Hey, isn't that one of them? No.
Yeah.
I thought that was a...
That's a first generation polar blue female, the one with the orange. Cichlid.
That just looks like a convict.
Yeah, no, there is one in there. Well, not a convict, but there's a Honduras red point. Most of these are first or second generation. Hey,
cool.
Kenny. From his parrots and his convict.
Hey, Daniken.
And he actually has them in, the fry growing up in different tanks and separated into different designs or different colors, like ones with way too much red or ones that are, they're parrots and polar blues. Or parrots and convicts make the polar blues. And of course, that Mangano doesn't belong in there. And I haven't been able to get him out.
Oh, you ain't getting him out of that.
Yeah, when I move the tanks around, you better believe he's going in.
Oh, well, yeah, then.
But these guys are from, let's see, 2 different sets of parents that aren't related. And then I couldn't resist the platinum parrots because they were just so pretty. Yeah, I don't know how either. It's just, I think it's because convicts will breed with anything. They don't care. But I don't know. It was funny because I was never fond of parrotfish, but I really like the polar blues. And I really like the platinum. See, there's my, let's see. Oh, I just scared him away. My little dwarf, he's so much smaller than everybody else.
The blue cobalt, that's what I was thinking. The blue cobalt zebra.
There's also, it starts with a SOCF something eye, Scoffy or something, that are blue or albino. Yeah, I think, let's see. I don't think the camera will go that far, but way over here is the Honduran red point. Yeah, there he is. That's the one I got from Kevin, who was sort of like a gray fish. He's getting fat. I think he wants to be a polar blue. But I did just feed them. There he is. The little itty bitty. Oh, he's way up here now. But yeah. Yeah, I wish I could go to the Triple Crown, but oh, now that would be interesting. Marbled convicts. He, the guy that I got these from, also has some. He had just when I went and got these. Is it still pinned, you guys, for the drawing? I guess I could go look.
Yes. Once you pin it, unless you unpin it, it stays.
Okay. I don't see it. Oh, yes. Okay. I don't know. I guess I just like the bigger fish. I like the Honduran red points, and I kind of wanted to get more, but Kevin only had one left. And I decided one was better than none. And he just gets along so well with these guys. I mean, I put him in this tank, and he just colored right up. And it just like Kevin was like, "Oh, are you sure that's a fish I gave you?" I said, "Yeah, it's a happy fish." Yeah, the guy had just gotten, Andrew had just gotten pink convicts that he put in with some of the parrot fish. I mean, he has like a line of 55-gallon tanks with different parrot fish and different convicts, but I don't remember seeing any of the marbled convicts. Yeah, I know the Honduran will mate with convicts, but I don't have any convicts. Although it might mate with the polar blues, because they are half convict. If there was a market for convicts, I'd breed convicts. But I like my polar blues, and they're right next to my desk, and they're very personable fish. They're not quite as personable as the Oscars, but they're pretty personable. She's really cool.
My Manganos, man, every time I walk downstairs, my Manganos go crazy. The top of the water starts bubbling and stuff.
I can't wait to move my cichlids to a bigger tank. There. Oh, now I had a very interesting thing happen this morning. I woke up and the light for the goldfish tank was on.
Okay. And
The lid was off. And then I realized the light was in the fish tank. It was on. It was on. And all three goldfish were alive, swimming around. So I
Nice.
reach, and it's like, you can't. I have this light is the kind with, the silver bell that you screw the light bulb in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how that light fixture can go in the water and
Yeah,
not.
that is kind of shocking.
Yeah, it wasn't shocking. I reached into the tank and pulled it out.
Yeah,
It was so
I've
bizarre.
I've had my LEDs drop into a tank before. No problem.
Yeah, it just kills them.
No,
Oh,
it still works.
oh,
That's
I
why I
kill.
like the Aquaneat. The Aquaneats are water resistant. They're not
Ah,
waterproof. They're water resistant. They coat that up the PCB board. They coat it in like a lacquer. So even if it gets submerged, it's not not gonna.
yeah, that's kind of what I need. I go through a lot of lights. I guess
And
it's
Aquaneat's cheap as hell too.
okay.
They're so cheap that no one wants to go and buy them because they're so cheap. Same with their heaters. Oh, you got to buy the $30 and $50 and $100 heaters, and no, you don't.
The most expensive heaters I bought were the Hikers, and both of them broke.
Yeah, I paid $15 for a 500-watt heater.
Okay, I might have to join you and buy some. Of course,
Uh,
the heater in the 60-gallon that tipped over broke. Ooh, a black convict with a pink convict. Now that'd be kind of cool. Pink with black stripes, or black with pink stripes. Well, my polar blues are in with the Honduran, and he
uh,
said that his polar blues get along with the convicts. The guy that breeds them. I mean, I don't think he has any other fix except parrots, convicts, polar blues, and the platinum parrots. Well,
Poeseewi.
yeah.
500-watt is $13.95. A
Okay, so
300-watt is $12.49. A 200-watt is $10.59. 100-watt $9.62. 50-watt $9.19. 20-watt $9.07.
okay, well, Garcia, I may be interested in some of your convicts. Where are you? Hey, Danny, haven't seen you for a bit. Busy, busy, busy. Hello, Misfit. I'm like stuck out in the mountains of New Mexico. Okay, I'm not stuck. I chose to be here. Oh, and I was really surprised, Roundhouse.
Hmm.
I told my mother about your theory on why um okay, too much stuff going on. Why do people do this to me? Um well, I just got a message about the OB fry, which I'm really interested in. Um, oh, I told my mom about your theory that if you get the vaccine and you get COVID, you don't get as sick, so you don't think that you're really sick, so you go out and contaminate and
Oh,
you
okay, yeah.
give it to other people. Whereas if you don't get the vaccine and you get COVID, you know you're sick and you stay home and you don't spread it. And my mother said, I think I like your friend. And I said, Mom, he's so right wing. And she said, I still think I like your friend. And I mean, my mom is like one of those who all you have to do is say, I'm a Republican. And she'll say, well, then I don't like you. She
I see.
doesn't
I'm
even
not a
give you a
Republican.
chance.
See. I'm labeled as a Republican all the time. I'm not. I'm a constitutionalist.
But people don't know what that. that people don't know what that is. Ah, Florida. I got I
The basis is the Constitution, the laws.
yeah, well I understand.
Well, for people that don't know it, it's not a oh, I'm going to vote for this guy or that guy. It's I'm going to vote for whoever
These
is
guys
going to
are the
not
same
violate
age.
the law as much.
These two fish right here are the same age. That's a dwarf fish. He's hiding. There he is. He's the same age as that fish.
So, in private chat, I'm posting that link, and that's the place
Okay.
for the heaters and the lights. I don't know how they might be really low on lights, but they had all the heaters.
Well, it's not like I can buy everything at once anyway.
Well, like I said, they're dirt cheap. Like what size is this? There's the only one they have is the 12 to 18 inch, but it's a programmable LED RGB light. It has 24/7 and all that. It's not like it's like the Aquaneat or it's like the Phoenix and the Fugal 3.0 in the fact that it's a 24/7. It doesn't have as many features where you can program it like the other ones you can. But 2351.
Are you Garcia Aquatics on Instagram? See, I got fish from Florida once, and besides the fact that they were really, really, really badly packed, and that guy doesn't exist anymore, they went from Florida, spent the weekend in Alaska, didn't leave Alaska till Tuesday. They got shipped on a Wednesday. They spent the weekend in Alaska. They left Alaska on Tuesday, and by the time they made it to New Mexico, my friend said, as soon as the postman handed me the box, I knew it was bad news, and my daughter made me have a funeral. But don't worry, I took pictures first. And the guy said, oh, well, they're dead. Nothing I'm going to do about it. And he didn't even get my shipping back.
That's bogus.
Yeah. Okay, I definitely will look you up because I'm interested in those. I mean, I may just have to, I'm starting to give up hope on my ruby greens. Unless the two females and the two males I picked decide to do something. Well, it'll be one male and two females, but they kind of need a dither male. Because they sure are beautiful. Hey, fish kid. And I'll let you know, fish kid, you are eligible for my drawing. I will send you a print. Yeah, if you win. It's the ruby green haplochromis. The only one that I found that has them is Dave's Rare Fish. And it's, let's see, Priscilla, I'm doing two drawings. There's Priscilla's Betta Fish and Priscilla's CPD. Hey, Kevin. Hashtag fish art. Yeah, I checked on prices to like foreign countries. And I decided, yeah, I'll do it. I've been waiting. Yikes. I've been waiting a year to hit 300. So, yeah, Betta Fish. I want to get one of the red, white, and blue betas.
I actually bought one of those. It changed
Yeah.
color.
Well, like the white one with the red tipped crown tail, the crown tail with that was white with red tips is
Hmm.
now, I'm not sure what color, sort of purpley blue, but it started changing again. No, no link, just hashtag fish art. Whoa, sorry about moving the camera. Thai
Oh
flag.
no, I think he means a link for the stream.
Oh, no, not today. We're doing the drawing. We were gonna have a comic guy, but there was some technical difficulties. Although I did get to see some really cool comics while we were trying to fix the technical difficulties, like Lost in Space. Um, God, I can't remember Howard the Duck. I love Howard the Duck.
Man, $108 for a 30-inch Phoenix CRV. Hmm.
Mm. I remember the first time I looked up Con.
That's
The first time that I got a beta, and it was a blue crown tail, and then his head turned red, and then it started turning white, and I thought he had some sort of disease. And it was like, I mean, okay, I was a kid, but I was just like frantic, and I went to the pets. My mom said, he doesn't look like he has fungus or velvet or ick or anything. But I made her take me and the fish back to the pet store, because I was sure it was gonna die. It was my first like very own fish. And so I was probably about 9 or 10. And they assured me he was just changing colors and it was perfectly natural. It's like, but I wanted a blue one. It's like, well, he still is blue, most of him. My blue crown tail stayed blue, and the mustard stayed, blue and mustard, but this other one is changing colors. Ah, well, luckily I'm my own parent, sort of. Yeah, my mom didn't correct me on anything today, so I must be growing up.
or she
It's
wasn't
okay.
listening. Maybe she just wasn't listening.
Oh, um, no, my mom's pretty good about that kind of thing. Go away, go away.
Man, that's
Okay, talk
why
for
do
a
I
minute.
know that sound?
Messaging.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at my task manager going, what the hell's my computer beeping at? I realized it wasn't mine. So I just the liveaquaria.com, man, I could really get in trouble there. They have a lot of cool looking cichlids for really cheap. Like $8 a pop. Yeah, shipping is pretty much always shipping, though. Free shipping on 179 and up. I could definitely get that. Jesus. I want 2 of those. 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 I want 2 of those.
Yeah, I wish.
I want 4 of those. Those really Bumblebee cichlid. I like the look of that.
They're mean. So I hear. I haven't.
I don't care. I want to get a bunch of them and just throw them in a 55. I don't want them all the same though, like the Mangano tank. Like I would get a couple, couple bumblebees, couple electric yellows. Couple Kenny eyes, couple Philborns, maybe some Cabrenzas in there.
Oops.
Oh, definitely getting the Cobalt Zebra.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you looking for that mouse? Yes, I have a loose mouse. It climbed out of the box.
They got a fixed shipping rate. $29.99. $29.99 for overnight shipping FedEx on their fish. You know what? I might give these guys a try sometime.
Well, when Jadrian used to have the $15.99 for the small flat rate box, that was nice.
Well, Live Aquaria, I've bought from them before, but it was when they were Dr. Wellfish, or not Dr. Wellfish, Dr. Foster and Smith. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And that was the best, man. That was the best place. That's where I bought my real, honest to God, wet dry filter with the spray bar that spins and everything. You know, the original style.
They still have a Foster's and catalog.
No, not really. It's Petco or PetSmart, one of the two. They bought them out. Holy crap, you can buy discus here? $70, $100, 110, 80. That's pretty good pricing. Ooh, $70 for a Snow White.
Ooh. They're pretty.
Yeah. Ooh, what do we got on Plecos? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
L46s. L46s for only $300 a pop. Ooh, an $80 gold nugget. $100 mango.
Oh, now mangoes are pretty.
A $44 royal.
Okay, it's almost time. We'll be doing the drawing shortly.
Green Phantom for $70. Wow, Blue
I think
Phantom for
Colorado has it
130.
cheaper. I almost drove to Colorado to get some long, thin green phantoms. Oh, now I got the hiccups. This is not nice. Okay, I now just committed to paying for 30 half-inch OBs and whatever she has left by Friday, besides those out of 75 are mine.
Okay, then.
I like OBs. Oh no, Dee Dee. Okay, well, I didn't say that you have to be in the stream, but you'll have to check the comments on this stream if you leave and you win.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. People should be here, but I didn't say that. I just said hashtag.
I was just gonna say it's the common thing, but
Hey, I can do it however I want. That's what my rules
hey,
say.
I know.
I'm the boss, buddy.
Hey, just because you're doing it doesn't mean you're doing it right.
Hello, Surf City. which Surf City are you in? Hey, Troop. Sorry I missed you guys coming in. Okay, I'll give you guys till 2 more minutes to enter the giveaway. And remember, there's 2 drawings. And so you guys have 2 minutes to enter hashtag fish art, and then we'll do the 2 drawings.
Should I be an ass and go get my pictures and show them?
Of what?
My Priscilla prints.
Oh my God! I'm a Huntington Beach night pier rat.
Did you just have a seizure?
No.
Beach.
Surf City is from Huntington Beach. I used to go night surfing every night off the pier.
Oh, okay.
We were so local. I mean, when the big surf contest came, it's like, why in the hell are all these people on the damn beach? And my friend walks up to these people and they go, "Excuse me, this is our area of the beach." And it was like, my friend was not nice. But yeah. Oh man, that's pretty cool. I'll never forget that. Yeah, the pier. But we're talking like let's see, before it blew away. Early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. For like, I don't know, 2.5 years, me and my friends went out every single night. And in fact, my friend had the hots for this one guy. And I said, you know what? These guys are so into surfing. You could stand on the beach stark naked with your surfboard and he'd walk right past you into the water. So we made a $50 bet. And like in the 80s, a $50 was like a lot. So she stood there stark naked on the beach and he walked right past her into the water. "Hi, Jill. See you out in the water." Yeah, she was one embarrassed. She's like, "Can't believe I'm standing on the beach naked and no one cares." And she was one of those, blonde beach bunnies. Yeah. I lived on right off of Adams. Got thrown off the beach for riding a horse on the beach. And I got into some trouble in Huntington. Okay, it is now time. So let's see if I can remember this. Share. screen, share screen, select window or screen. Okay, does everybody see it? Where it says hashtag fish art, 16 entries, draw. Someone say they see it. Allow. Why isn't it doing it? Entire screen. Allow. Okay. Does everyone see it? Does anybody see it? And I can't see the chat because I only have one monitor. So I'm relying on Roundhouse.
I'm here. Sorry. I had a coughing fit.
Does the screen stay fish art?
Yes.
Okay, I'm now going to draw 4. The winner will choose which one they want, and the second winner will get the other one. And if I win, of course, I don't win. And it's Ian.
Nature.
Congratulations, Ian. And so I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. And you have to email me, and it's Poeseewi@yahoo.com. Real easy to remember. And
Yahoo.
like the beta or the CPD.
Oh, wait, no. It was Yahoo. That's what it was.
Yeah, hopefully he's still here. I didn't see him go. He usually says goodbye. Okay, well, we'll give him a couple of minutes while I attempt to set this up again. Oh, it just says draw again. Okay, how convenient. Oh, he said he was going to bed. He just went to bed. Oh, okay, well, nobody wake him up. Okay, we'll do it for people who are here, and we will draw again. And that's not one of them.
No.
Okay.
That is, though.
Let's see. Of course, it figure just happens.
And then I got one that you would like.
Frontosa. I don't know.
You and your big fish. It's a big fish.
Well, yeah, that's true. But there is a limit. Well, no, I'd say there is a limit to big fish, but I got Oscars.
I like that, though.
Yes, share the screen. That's what I was working on. Share screen. Select screen. Entire screen. Allow.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Okay, we are going to draw again. Okay, we're going to draw again because I am invalid. This could only happen to me, guys. It's Chewy. And is Chewy still here? It is not rigged. Unless StreamYards is rigged.
Hey, I just found out where my globe was from.
Where?
When? 1964. Because I just found the book for it. It was in the same. I have it in the same big ass book that I had the uh, Pat Priscilla pictures in it.
Okay, Roundhouse. Read the chat.
Oh no, I already have it. I already said I wasn't going to do it because I already got 3 pictures from her, and we need to spread the joy.
Well, the only reason I won my own giveaway is, but I didn't take it. I could have been real snot and taken it, but that would be like totally not cool at all. Okay, so it's up to the chat. Spin again, or let Roundhouse give it to somebody. But he doesn't like choosing people.
Oh, who says I don't?
Oh, okay, well, you can choose. And Patty will kill you if it's not her.
Well, it's not going to be her.
Everybody wants to spin again.
Okay, spin again then.
Okay, here we go. We're going to share. I actually could get the hang of this. Okay. We're drawing. God, I'm going to be spinning all night. This is actually pretty funny. We're going to have to like figure it. Levi. Is Levi here? I think I saw Levi. Okay. He left too? Ah.
God damn it, Bobby. What the hell?
Okay. Hey, I'll tell you, we're going to go through everybody who's not here. And we're going to have to figure out a really good name to put on this.
Well, see, this is the thing. Because it's this picture isn't a normal drawing, you can keep drawing. You can, they got to be here. That's my stipulation, is they got to be here.
New hashtag. June has it. Okay. Let's do, and I have to change the hashtag. Okay, Roundhouse, you pick out a hashtag.
Oh, I got to be good. Okay. ATSF. Uh-oh. I'm alone. Hey, it's the Roundhouse channel. Do-do-do-do-do. I do like only Oscars, though. This must be here. But you got to wait until she starts. Poeseewi starts it anyway. So.
Wait till I get here. Okay, so.
Oh, there we go. So I'll let you pick. It's either ATSF or Must Be Here.
Must be here.
And then when you all got it set up, you got to say go, and then people can start doing it.
Yeah. Okay, so go now for must be here. Oh, first I have to type it in, guys. Wait.
Oh my God! It's like teaching a monkey how to drive.
Hey, I already know how to drive, and I can even. Drive a stick shift.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone should learn to drive a manual first.
Okay,
The
everybody
driver's ed
go.
car should be manual.
Must be here. Must be here. A bun bruni. I'll have to look that up. I don't think I've ever heard that of that fish.
That's a made-up word.
Must be here or bun bruni?
Bumburni.
Is it like a busty bear, a labradoodle, or a shit's poo, or is it a poo shits?
I like the cocker. I like the cockerdoodle.
Yeah,
Yeah, just because of the name.
or a bulldog and a shih tzu. Bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 3 more minutes. Smoked wings. That sounds really good.
Too expensive. Man, chicken wings are. Oh my god! I can buy a whole chicken for cheaper than I can buy wings for.
What amazed me is you can still get a rotisserie chicken like at Costco for $5, and
Yeah.
buy a raw chicken at the store costs like $6.
And that stuff on the rotisserie. Oh, it's so
Burundi is
good.
a place.
Oh, okay.
Sadly,
Okay, fishy freak lady. You insisted. She twisted Poeseewi. I'm sorry, she twisted my arm behind my back. You saw it.
oh yeah, I saw you hit the ground and your knees must be killing you, so you definitely need some.
My nose is busted. My eyeballs hanging out my head. She kicked my butt.
And remember, people who are not in the United States, but I don't know if we have any of those left. I know that we don't have anybody from Tonga. I really feel sorry for them. Everybody should send up healing thoughts and prayers for the people in Tonga.
Only Oscars. I'm holding it up to the camera right now and I'm lighting it. Other than that, I'm sorry I can't help you.
Everything's expensive, but my mom found yellowtail for $3.95 a pound. So I was considering getting some. Yeah, it only lets you enter once correctly. So if you enter incorrectly, enter correctly. And I understand the typos. Sometimes I look at my messages and think, God, I should proofread everything, but that would take me too long. Okay, 1 more minute. 1 more minute, and let's see. How about let's not show these tips again. We will share the screen. We will allow it. And must be here draw. Danny. And I do believe I saw him. So Danny, you need to, I see you right there at 11:18. You must decide whether you would like the Betta or the CPD. And I don't understand why my picture. You want the CPD? Okay. So send me your address and I will get it out in the mail tomorrow. So we will draw again for the Betta. Is everybody ready?
Wait, I thought you already did the beta.
No.
Yeah, because this was the second one. You
But
did
nobody
you did
in
one.
here.
You did one and he wasn't here.
And then we did another one, which was me. And then we did another one, and he wasn't here.
Oh no, it was Chewy, and then he picked me, and then you. That
You
was the
said
redraw for
go
this one.
again. So that's the first one. Because
Oh,
the
okay.
first
I
one
thought
is
you were
to choose what they want.
okay because I could have sworn you did this. If you do another one, you'd be doing 3 giveaways.
Yeah, but I don't have the frontosa. Maybe next time. Okay, let's see.
I have the Frontosa.
And he's not getting rid of it.
No. Eventually, I'm gonna get a frame. I want to get like a nice, like a brushed aluminum frame, but I can't find any that I like.
Okay, is everybody ready again? This is for the blue Betta. Blue and pinkish and cool colored Betta. And we're going around and around, and Danny can't win even though he's in there. But neither can I. Oh my God, Patty! Is Patty here? Hello, Patty. Where's Patty? Hey, Patty.
Oh, must not be here. Do a redo.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, you won, Patty. You are getting the Betta. Congratulations. All that complaining for nothing. Oh, yeah, Patty's always here. What would we do without Patty?
The same thing we would do any other time.
Yeah. So, Patty, if you will email me with your address, guess what? I will send it out. And congratulations. And congratulations, Danny. Besides all the weirdness, that's what I'll put. I won my own drawing. That was pretty good.
Oh, you might have people complain because it's unfair or something.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure after watching this, somebody would complain because I
Let them.
done it too
Let them.
many times. But it's my stream and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, it's my party, and I cry if I want to. Damn it.
Yeah, but if you cry at your own party, people get mad at you. Because it's supposed to be a party. Hey, Aqua.
Well, if I stub my toe really bad, I mean, come on.
Okay, Aqua Garden Zen. What was the name of that layer of stuff that you put?
A lunatic. You okay? Do you want to know who I was actually going to give it to? If I was
Patty.
going to give it away, no, Kevin.
Ah,
So, but everyone wanted to redraw, so that's what we did.
hey, Thunder. So anyway, I have to admit that was pretty fun. I might have to figure out more things to give away. What was the name of this Aqua Gardens? And okay, the name of the layer of stuff that you put in your tank. Was it just in the terrarium? Because I just have like the dirt and the gravel. They're both beautiful prints. I think it started with an L. I can't remember.
I was just being transparent. It was the people's decision to do a redraw. Everyone was saying redraw.
Yes. But how do I know if it's you?
Well, he's asking. You're right there.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got to move this cam.
Well, I mean, come on. When
Happened
am
on
I?
my lap.
Honestly, when am I not an asshole? I mean, y'all should know by now, really.
If he wasn't an asshole, he wouldn't be our buddy. You know, I
You
mean,
wouldn't
think
know who the
about it,
hell I am.
guys.
You'd be like, oh, the pod people.
Oh no, is he sick? What happened?
Hello.
Hello.
Uh-oh. My headphones Hold on, let me try to connect my headphones.
Yeah, because you so far
You were here.
talking about terrariums.
1 second. Talk again. See if my headphones are connected.
When
Nope, they're
you
not.
were
I got
talking
to talk
about
to you.
the terrariums, it made a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
Because the problem I'm having is, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, everybody knows what Roundhouse looks like. I will be making a true honest to God debut on January 28th.
No, you liar. You were on mine.
Yeah, that's true.
You came on mine as well.
Hold on. I'm going to put my headphones on.
Only for a second.
Fact check pulse. I give it 5 narwhals.
Okay. This is the first terrarium. My vampire crab terrarium is the first terrarium I've ever had.
Is it a terrarium or isn't it
No,
a paludarium?
Okay, a paludarium. Oh, we lost him. Oh, there he is. Come back, come back.
Oh, my God.
God damn internet.
No, it's me.
Pushing the button.
Yeah, it's pushing the wrong buttons.
God damn.
So, what was you asking me?
Okay, when you were explaining the paludarium or the terrarium, there was, I think it was a white layer of something. This is the first.
It depends. It depends on what you're trying to go for. What do you have in your terrarium now? What kind of animal?
Vampire crabs, and I have like a pie plate covered with rocks, a glass pie plate.
So is it just vampire crabs you have in a terrarium, or are you talking about like terrariums in general?
No,
Because it depends on the animal.
Crabs. Yeah, just the vampire crabs, because
Do
it's
they
got like 3 inches of dirt and it's capped with sand. And
do they require high humidity? Like, I've never kept those.
Yeah, well, they need a lid.
But do they need high humidity? Like almost
No,
to like saturated?
no. They actually, they're terrestrial crabs, and they use the water for molting.
Oh.
Which is why you're supposed to keep water all the time, because you never know when they're going to molt. It just, besides choosing plants, because I've never chosen plants before. Well, here, let's see. I'm going to make everybody dizzy. Whee!
You're all right. Oh, Santitos.
Man, wait, I just threw up all over my keyboard. Nice one, Poeseewi.
Oh my!
You're welcome. That's why you need one of those silicone roll-up keyboards.
No. It's mechanical.
Yeah,
don't worry. I'll just hose it off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems pretty damp in there.
Oh yeah, it is. In fact, I think it's too damp.
So what kind of like area do they grow in? Like, are they in like a tropical forest or?
Yes. And they live by the streams, so they have access to water.
They're freshwater?
Yeah. Um,
Bye, Patty.
okay, bye, Patty.
I
Just
think
like
you do.
everybody else. You win and you leave. I'll forgive you this time. I got these plants
Read Chewy's
at
comment
Lowe's
too.
for like 50 cents because they were dying.
Okay.
Because,
That's always a steal.
well, I have a brown thumb. I've managed to keep a night
Did you
bloom
just say you have a brown
alive.
thumb? That's not a good thing to have.
Yeah, I could never grow weed. But
Oh,
I have,
damn.
yeah.
That's horrible.
The ivy is growing okay, and the 3 other little house plants are growing okay. I got one in the back that was sort of like a grass type, but
Mhm.
it died. I think it's too wet. I
So
actually
if you
got leaves on. This is okay for a brown thumb person. This spotted one got leaves, new leaves.
Oh, you know what plant that is all the way to the left? That is a Florida Dracania. Oh wait.
This one.
Yeah, I actually have the same plant. Let me show you. Oh, I'm gonna probably piss my bearded dragon off. This one.
Oh, really, GRB? Sorry and hello.
Ah,
Yeah. I got that one for like $5.99 from my local. Oh, a bearded
no,
dragon.
you're right, GRB.
You see
There
it?
is the pizza was like totally full, and the hot pockets and all the frozen meals.
You see her sleeping?
Oh, look! Hello, Mister.
Dude,
Oh,
if I ever got a lizard, it would be a bearded dragon.
my
Yeah,
first
bearded dragons are
iguana.
amazing.
No, second
So-
iguana. I went to the person's house.
Oh.
I couldn't take the cage with me because it was about
So Dracania, Florida Beauty.
a foot full of crap, literally.
Poeseewi, did you see? Did you hear? That's your plant. That's your plant.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the care for that is place in shady yet bright location, avoid direct sunlight, water regularly, allow top inch of soil to dry out between watering, fertilize monthly and bi-monthly, unless it's wintertime like right now. Don't do that. So temperature is 64 to 77 degrees.
Besides the ivy, the other 2 have the same directions. They just said tropical plant, on the tag, and I have the tag somewhere.
So
they didn't give the names. So I know that those 3 require the same.
So in these tanks, I have a layer of, you can either put gravel. So this is a drainage layer.
Yeah, that's it.
So you could either put a thick layer of gravel or Leica, which is pretty cheap for a big bag. Or you can get that reptile clay stuff, which those clay balls deteriorate over time. I wouldn't recommend them. This is actually like very expensive stuff from the Bio Dude, which I trust his stuff. That's why I got under my bearded dragon, which there's actually no. This one actually only stays damp lower levels. There's leaves and rocks and stuff like that in there. Then I have isopods in there that eat up poop and stuff. I wouldn't put isopods inside with your crabs. That'd probably be a bad idea.
Well, the crabs are only like an inch long. Well, plus their legs, so they're like 2 inches. They're really small.
That's my
Um,
crested gecko.
oh, how pretty!
You don't look too happy about me. So those are just regular clay balls that you would put. It's kind
Okay.
of like Leica. And then you'd put like a screen in between that. And then you'd put your soil and mix it in with like leaf litter. And then I would toss springtails in there to help with mold.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is just
I've been picking out the food every day so it doesn't mold. Because
so I have plants that would probably do well in there would probably be these arrowheads.
okay,
I'll take the glass open. Arrowheads, maybe the jewel orchids, some kind of philodendron, but you want that layer where the water drains down through the soil. And then you'll have like thick, like you'll have water start to build up. You do not want the water to rise and touch the soil because that will
okay,
create an anaerobic bacteria. You don't want that in a terrarium, it'll stink. And then I shove some type of like tubing down into the bottom of the substrate when I bury it. That way I can take a syringe and draw the water out after a while.
that's a great idea.
And then maybe like do some natural stuff like cork bark and stuff. So this isn't the jewel orchid. This is actually I forget the name of it, Fotona or something like that. Also, a good plant that will grow very well in there would be these type of plants.
Almost looks like a wandering Jew.
It is. There's different varieties of those.
Yeah.
You can toss any of those in there. They'll root like crazy. Any kind of pothos. I would say those are probably the easiest plants to grow. So the thing probably you're doing wrong is you're oversaturating the roots and they rot.
Okay.
You do not want to let it get too wet. You can actually let your aquarium dry out. Turn that light off.
Yeah, well, they have their water pond, so. Yeah, my mom gave me another night blooming cereus, and I actually got 2 at Aquashella. And he said he just puts them in the leaves into the HOB filters, and I found it's actually working. Yeah, see, it's the Leica that I would, I would rather spend a little bit more for something that will help me succeed.
Oh, jeez. How do I go back without editing it out? Can I hit the X button?
Do you see where it says camera
and audio? Audio.
Click that. Don't click the leave button. There's a leave button right next to it. Don't click that.
Oh, okay. I think I figured it out this time. Okay. All right. Jeez.
Oh, and I just got a killer deal. I want to. My pythons are in a 40-gallon breeder, and I want to turn it into, like the Exoterra with the doors.
Yes, that's what I have in there right now.
So I just, for $5, bought a 40-gallon breeder with a hinge screen lid that
nice.
has a crack in one of the sides, so it's not good for fish, but it has a perfect size glass because it's the same 40 breeder as mine, that I can have the glass guy cut to make the doors.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited. It's like, yes,
and
I'll be
a lot
able
of
to have doors instead of the top.
a lot of different tanks you can actually find on like Etsy and stuff. You can find conversion kits to turn a terrarium into a either vertical or horizontal style terrarium. So you can get those tanks on like cheap deals and then buy. I mean, it's like probably $30-something for a conversion kit. I guess it depends on the size of the conversion kit. You can shop around.
Well, I have a 40-gallon tall. It's like 12 by 2 by something.
Gotcha.
It's an old tank that leaks. But if you put it on its side, it will make a good like low boy type tank, but it needs
Mhm.
doors. I just happen to have lots of broken tanks that I can use the glass off of. And we have a guy in town who cuts glass really cheaply. And he even
Nice.
sands the edges for you.
Nice.
Um,
If
yeah,
I lived in a house, I'd probably do that myself.
yeah.
I don't think my
Well,
neighbors would like me cracking glass above their patio.
well, I have like 20, probably 20 gallon
Oh,
tanks sitting outside in the back. And it's
I'll
like,
change it back.
what are you going to do with those? Maybe you should sell some. And then my boyfriend looks over and he says, what about like all those big tanks? Well, someday I'll find somebody to help me reseal the 125. And I'm
Right?
resealing the 30 and putting dividers in it to make it a beta, 3 10-gallon beta tanks together.
Nice.
And my local thrift store threw out 3 that were already done. And I said, don't throw out tanks, call me.
Right? Jeez. Free stuff. Free for me. If it's
Yeah.
free, it's for me.
Well, I got all the 20-gallon tanks because the guy, well, he claimed he was moving. He's not moving. He just wanted to get rid of them. And he said, well, if they're not gone by Friday, I'm just going to break them all up and throw them out. And they're all drilled and everything. So I went and got them.
Wow. You
And
can't
I
beat
think
that.
if worse comes to worse, they make great lids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
One
just,
more thing to do.
the tank I just was showing was the one I just set up while live streaming with Degenerate Fish Keeper. It's a
Yeah,
20-gallon I set up for. Yeah, it's those are those plants that I got from Lefty through Dustin's fish tank. They actually came in really nice. I think those plants probably like. I've been reading that book, and I think the Renike like more highlight and CO2. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Hopefully they do well.
Well, I can grow dwarf sage, like coming out, and hair algae growing out my ears, and duckweed.
Hair
I'm really
algae, I actually don't
duckweed.
mind.
Well, I like
The-
the duckweed because I feed it to the cichlids, and I'm actually babysitting goldfish, and I'm now feeding it to the goldfish.
Nice.
If the guy ever comes back from Bangladesh or India or wherever he went, he's going to have to raise duckweed for his goldfish.
Oh my goodness.
I've spoiled his goldfish, but they're beautiful goldfish. So, I
Sorry,
made
chat. If anybody was trying to talk to me, I'm not really good with talking on chat. So,
I made Patty's day.
yeah. Congratulations, Patty.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
But for basically for the terrariums, it depends on what you're trying to go for. If you need low humidity, you will most likely want to put that lower substrate for drainage. That way, your moisture can wick out somewhere. The clay balls will probably be better for that because then they dry out faster. There's more air between them. The stuff I have in there is for tropical, so it'll actually keep it more damp for those plants. And for the isopods that I keep in there, they're Cubaris marina. Those are from Thailand, so those ones
like
originated from Thailand. Yeah, but they actually are from Florida, from where I'm at, where I came from.
And thank you for reminding me. I have to go mist my isopods.
Oh, did you get some from PetSmart?
No, I have dairy cows.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of those. Those things are awesome.
I thought they all died because of the cold. I mean, I had like for some reason, I don't know, my part of my room got really cold, and I actually I've
They
had
could survive cold.
I've had the same group of hissing Madagascar hissing cockroaches for like going on 25 years now.
Those guys
And
are
I'm
cool.
down to 3, and it's like, luckily 2 of them are female. I've never only had 3 cockroaches.
Yeah, some
Like,
aqua gardens then.
and like I
I
thought
put
all
my
the
name.
isopods died, but they're still in there. So
Yeah, so how do you have your setup? Can you show it right now, or is it
for the
far away from you?
isopods,
Yeah.
no, it's too far away.
So how do you have it set up?
Coconut fibers, oak leaves, cottonwood leaves. Um, yeah, oak leaf and cottonwood.
And you said you grow hair algae?
Yeah, and I put
Okay.
hair algae and duckweed in there.
They eat that,
And
yeah.
yeah,
They eat
they
it
get
up.
all kinds of, zucchini, cucumbers. They love carrots.
Um, another thing that they would eat,
Fish food.
I don't know if you ever tried any of the powdered foods from like gecko diets and stuff like that. You could do shrimp pellets because they eat protein and so they're detrivores
I have
or
lots
wait,
of
detrivores. Am I saying it right?
soldier fly larvae and shrimp that I grind up to
Oh,
add
okay.
to
With the
like
pestle and mortar.
yeah. Well, no,
Same
I
here.
actually grind it up with one of the choppers
Oh,
because
yeah, nice.
I add it, for the fry, cichlid fry, and the smaller cichlids I have, and my thread fin rainbow fish. I only have 3 of them, and it's like I remember the first thing I read on them is that they tend to die because people don't give them powdered food, and their mouths are so little they starve to death.
Oh,
So I started grinding, fish flakes into like powder. So I just, have
that's
various sizes, everything from the big to the
that's
little.
basically how LRB does the shrimps. He depending on the fish or whatever he's feeding, he grinds them with his fingers into the tanks. Yeah, you could turn fish flakes and or even granules. I take the bug bites and I crush up the big ones
Yeah.
sometimes into like fine little like powder over the tank, and the smallmouth fish eat that, and so do the fry.
Yeah, well, I need the whole ones for the Oscars.
I noticed for
Yes.
me it's hard to grind up the pellets though, because all Lucas feeds is tetracolored tropical granules, and I
Oh
noticed those
yeah.
are hard to grind unless you use like a little, like I have a little coffee.
Oh, you get a piece of hard flake in there that damn near pierces your finger. I know what you're talking about. No, I try to like steer clear of the cheaper foods. I don't know why. I've always tried to get like I try to price match on everything cheap.
Yeah,
So I
going
go
back.
to like
Well, I
Petco
found
and
I like Ken's food. My fish all like it. They all do well on it.
I wish I could
Um,
buy food in bulk. That way I don't have to ever worry about it again. But then you have to worry about it expiring if you don't have enough tanks.
You can somewhat at Ken's Fish.
yeah,
What is it?
Ken's fish, and
You
they're
can,
all
they're
Oh.
vacuum sealed. They're like vacuum sealed half pound
yeah.
bags.
Oh, okay.
And I just throw I'll buy a pound and put half a pound in the freezer because it always lasts longer. Because I get.
Sorry if I'm coughing, guys. I'm
Oh no,
still
we all cough.
in rough shape.
I buy like 4 or 5 different Ken's foods, and mix them.
Yeah.
So I get a little bit of everything. And I discovered that one of the crabs does not like earthworm flavor. It actually throws the earthworm flavored pellets away.
Oh.
Hmm.
I've
Because
always
I have
wanted to keep those crabs though. I need to do some research on it.
They're really cool. I started with 6. I'm down to 2. And I put in this really cool rock, which has these like holes and crevices. And I thought that I lost all the crabs, but they live in the rock. And
Now,
if really quiet, they come out.
now, do you think they would like a setup like how Danny Wishy has, where you have the little creek that goes in the front and down the little waterfall and stuff?
Yes.
So I'd probably do that in like a big old like 40 breeder, like what I have my bearded dragon in. Open cage in the front. Man, I'm hurting. I can't wait to shake this freaking COVID bullshit. Sorry for
Yeah,
cussing.
Unclean.
Huh?
How are you doing? How long has it been?
It's actually, this is my second week now. I got 10 days off from work. They said I can't return to work until I test negative. But
I
it's
know,
through
John,
employee health.
I know. I think Kenny right now, or yeah, Kenny's getting over it. I think that's his
Oh, got a
third.
bot. Okay, good. Got it.
Danny can kill the bot.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
This means I'm popular. No.
I'm just ready for all this bullshit to go away. I'm tired of. I don't understand why it's destroyed so many people's lives. Just ridiculous. It was unnecessary.
Yep.
Very unnecessary.
You can all say that again.
Yes.
necessary.
I mean, uh-oh. You all right?
Well, I actually thought about getting tested because I had a sore throat, but then on the other hand,
I mean, it's going around.
available right now. So
You know what, man? The test is what makes the disease, man.
Yeah, right. There's so many things going around too on it. It's just crazy. I don't even want to even get into it. It's just ridiculous.
Honestly, I don't give a shit. If I'm
Yeah,
sick,
right.
I'm not going out. If I'm
Yeah, I'm
fine,
just gonna
I'm going out.
I'm just gonna wait it out, see what happens. If I get really horrible, like if I feel like I'm getting pneumonia like I've had before, I'll just go in the hospital.
after having pleurisy, nothing hurts that bad.
Dang. What is that?
Worse than pneumonia, you cannot breathe.
Oh, yeah. Pneumonia is pretty rough. I can imagine. I've had chronic bronchitis for quite a few times. That's what led to my pneumonia. Not spitting shit out when you should.
I'm always here. I'm just not on screen. Someday I'll get big.
Mm.
Yeah,
Lovely.
see, I got pneumonia. I just got pleurisy all the time.
I think you need to start smoking. Hey, I'm a smoker and I haven't gotten it, so I'm using logic here. Smoking helps you.
Got that nutty pot. Freaking, you got to see the picture of this lady on the advertisement of this nutty pot. That's how you look when you do it.
Oh God!
Oh my God, is she sticking that in her nose?
Look at her
What
face.
the hell is that?
Freaking-
People do that shit? That's crazy.
It's like
It-
ear
it's
candle.
for saline. You put it in your nose
Oh.
to clear your nose out. Yeah, nasal cleaning. But that lady has the worst face. I imagine that's probably how I look. A little cross-eyed when I'm doing it.
That's why it's called pleurisy. It's like pyloric stenosis, which you
That's
never
an
hear about unless your kid gets it.
Oh,
And pyloric stenosis is found like 95% of the time in firstborn boys.
Huh.
My son was born at over 7 pounds. And at 2 months, when he went into the hospital, he looked like an Ethiopian baby with a huge tummy.
Oh,
Everything
okay, that makes sense.
bones.
So is
He
it basically something they would get over there too, or no? In Africa?
no pleurisy
Is
or
that some? Is
pyloric
that like a?
stenosis. It's the valve, the pyloric valve at the bottom of your stomach. The muscle starts spasming and closes off. So
Oh,
most kids projectile vomit. But my son just nursed enough to get the sucking happiness, but he wasn't taking any milk. So he was literally starving to death. He weighed like less than 5.5 pounds. Apple cider vinegar.
this is the apple cinnamon. It tastes like freaking applesauce,
I
like
had the
liquid
best
applesauce.
balsamic vinegar today. But they have to do surgery, and then after they did surgery, okay, he won't throw up anymore. He'll be fine. He was allergic to the formula,
Oh no!
and so it was like, and my pediatrician couldn't figure it out. So I actually took my son to New Mexico to visit grandparents and stuff, and it was my pediatrician from when I was a little kid who said,
Oh, okay, Danny.
I think he
Makes
has
sense.
pyloric stenosis. You need to get on a plane and go to San Diego Children's Hospital like now. And she canceled the rest of her appointments for the day and drove me and my son 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get to the
He
airport.
drove you there?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a long time. It's a long drive,
That's
That's
really
a
nice.
good pediatrician.
That's a real doctor.
right?
And her husband's, I think it was grandfather or great grandfather, was Daniel Boone.
Actually, that's the last name of some of my family.
Boone.
Yeah, I got a cousin named Daniel Boone, but they're
So
down in Florida.
my grandson is Indiana Jones.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, but most of the doctors I think drive about that far from Montana to over here, because we're right at the top where the panhandle of Idaho is. I'm like 30 minutes from Idaho, from like Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah,
But
you're
if
on
I
the
keep,
opposite side from Plentywood.
yeah, so if I drive straight from Spokane across, I could get to probably Montana in like 2 or 3 hours, depending on how fast I'm driving.
Well,
Knowing me, it's probably 90 miles per hour.
You tend to drive a little bit faster.
Yeah, when you're in the mountains, you have to drive a little bit faster because the semi trucks will just run you off the road.
Yeah.
Those guys are nuts.
Well, there's not much out there.
What?
Well,
Yeah, yeah, there's some spots. Like driving through, I think it was Nebraska. There's nothing but farms on each side of the road, and it's like all water, I guess, because they had a really nasty storm a while back. I'm all the way here from Florida. I drove all the way here for like, it took me 5 days to get here. But on my way here, I drove through Nebraska all the way. It was either Nebraska. It was one of the roads that just goes all the way across the state. But yeah, it was a bit insane. There was like silos knocked down probably from like tornado or something, high winds.
The
But it was
best
just
drive I had was going from the Gulf of Mexico and Texas through the Panhandle to New Mexico. The humidity must have been like 200% at the Gulf, and when I got home, it was 4% humidity. All in one day. It was just, I mean, from totally like sweating to totally dry.
wow. Yeah, that's basically how it is. When I got here, I had to adapt to freaking my skin drying out super, like crispy.
When
I feel like I'm being just dried
Yeah,
out.
when I first drove out to California, I was telling my soon-to-be husband, now ex, I can smell the water. He goes, we're a couple hundred miles away from the ocean. There's no way you can smell it. And I said, no, I can smell the water. And it's like, it's
When you
wet.
know the ocean,
And the
was it
ocean
by
is,
the ocean?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you know the ocean and you smell that when the breeze blowing it, you can kind of smell that salt. Like as soon as I drove to the coast of Oregon for the first time I ever drove to the West Coast for our birthday, um, it was I knew exactly when we got close to the ocean because I had the breeze came in straight to the car, um, and I could smell the ocean. I'm like, oh, yep, we're getting close. Of course, it took probably another hour or two before we got to the ocean, but you could smell it
Yeah, it
just in the
doesn't
air.
smell like fresh water. Of course, I'm a desert person, so. And it's kind of funny
Yes.
because that's my genetics is desert.
Huh.
So,
I'm from the swamps, so it's like I went from like 100% humidity to like super dry. And even here, I managed to sweat a lot. I could be in like cold, and I just still sweat because I guess my body's so used to sweating.
oh, well, when I moved to Texas, it was like, do things ever dry here? You know,
Yeah, it's
like
damp.
hang up my towels and they're still dry. It's like
The
everything's
further
wet.
south you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I was like 30 minutes from the ocean growing up for 30 years. So I spent most of my younger years and most of my life freaking going to the ocean or just jumping in rivers and springs and lakes.
Well, I spent 20 years on the beaches of California, but then I was like, had to come home. I just,
I've never been to California yet. I spent my entire life in Florida. This is the first time I've lived anywhere else. I'm still homesick. I am so homesick because it's different here. I mean, you try to dig in the ground here and you're hitting nothing but basalt. It's all lava rock.
yeah.
Everything around me, it's lava rock.
Well, so I remember when we lived in California, the neighbor called out the pool guy and he started laughing and said, if I would have known you were here, this
Yeah,
is
you
where you
can't
come
dig.
from. Yeah, we can't dig. We could give you an above ground pool. We dig, we're going to hit water. And here, like, I think
Wow.
our well is 450 feet. It's
Wow.
like, yeah. But I
That's
did
insane.
find out something interesting. I always thought that I had hard water, and it turns out that it's like 120. So it's like softish water.
120 ppm, parts per
Yeah.
million. Oh,
TDS?
TDS.
No, that's total dissolved solids.
So just ppm.
Wait, TDS? Wait. Oh,
You're,
total dissolved solid. TDS.
No, she's not talking about that.
What
the
is she
parts per
talking?
million.
It's either I think it's a GH general hardness.
Hold on.
Okay, so you don't know. Okay.
She just said general hardness. There's general hardness and carbonate hardness is your two water tests.
And I have no mercury or lead or copper or poisonous
So
stuff in my water.
yeah,
Limestone.
TDS.
Yeah.
So if you were to stick this in the water, let's see what it looks like. I just set this tank up. I want to see what it comes out.
I should get a real meter.
169.
Well, that's a totally different test than what you're doing, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And this one up here is 197. That one's been set up for a while. I don't really do water changes that often. My little 5-gallon tank's probably pretty high. Usually is. 239 on the 5-gallon.
Oh, it's more concentrated.
Yes.
And you
But
will
there's
notice that in the drier area, you definitely get a lot more evaporation. I have one tank, and I have several tanks that have like full lids, but I only have one tank that doesn't really evaporate.
so my water out of the tap. 166.
Oh, but there's some nice limestone out there,
Where?
Texas.
Oh yeah, that in Florida. But Florida's water is like that stuff is liquid rock. It's coming from the aquifer.
Well, see, that's why I figured, because, I have a well. And it goes,
That usually comes out pretty solid too.
like, well, I can go pick up lava rock all over.
437 TDS.
Out of
Wow.
your water?
Yeah, I cannot test a GH or KH because the test doesn't even go up that high.
Doesn't. Yeah. Dang. But it's probably good for plants.
Oh, I have angels. I do fine. Manganos.
Did you get them
daffodils.
locally?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe the people that were raising them had the same water parameters or something close to it. Probably helped.
The limas just love it.
God, 106 degrees, I would be dying, GRB.
What is it, 106? Where are you at? Jesus. That's hot. Are you in Australia?
Yeah.
They're getting that heat wave over there. It's always hot over there, right?
No, it's been hotter the last few years than it was before.
Yeah, global warming. Shit's
I'd be
crazy.
sitting in a bathtub.
I do my due diligence. I go out every day and empty a aerosol spray can into the air.
Oh my god. I did HVAC for 6 years down in Florida, crawling through those attics that get 120 something degrees for hours. And
When I can walk, I will go with my friends and collect a bunch of red lava rock.
yeah, it's all over the place there. Or?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get. Well, as soon as I have a great source of dead cholla, so I have a great source of cholla wood. But
This is stuff that's
wait.
all around here.
Yeah, till it kind of dries.
This stuff right here is just it's actually pretty heavy. It's
What
more
is that?
dense.
Lava rock.
That's like a lava rock basalt.
Okay.
So it's like a hardened. It's what is it? It's excruciated rock from out of the ground. It comes out in pillars. It was caused by a violent volcano. But that's all this whole entire area is built on.
Is it the sharp stuff?
Yeah, that they call it black rock. If you fall on it, you're pretty screwed up.
My grandma had a giant boulder of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was moving from one house to another, we actually took the rock. Yeah, stupid myself just scraped against it while it was in the trailer. Oh my god!
Oh.
Talking about just like a knife through butter.
Oh yeah.
Damn near ripped my leg off.
Some spots I find obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yeah, sometimes I find obsidian.
Yeah, my son decided to take a sledgehammer to it.
Oh,
That stuff.
Yeah.
Shatters.
Oh boy, does it. I actually got
Sharp too.
home from taking one kid to the emergency room to turn around and take another kid to the emergency room. And it was like, I swear, I didn't do it. I wasn't home to slice my child up like this. And he goes,
Dang.
no, I took a sledgehammer to a rock.
They were probably like, what were you doing that? Why?
Well, the rest of the rocks didn't shatter like that. No, I
Yeah.
GRB that is hotter now than it used to be. Because when I was little, where I am right now, it used to snow like all the time, a lot. Um, I live about 30 miles from where I grew up, and they used to get like 3, 4 feet of
Kevin,
snow.
what are you doing?
It doesn't
Getting
anymore.
my I just fed my mud skippers and angels.
Oh, you fed them?
Yeah, I just fed them. I fed them
Obsidian
earlier, but
glass.
I fed them one more time.
Oh, okay. You have a lot of bottom feeders?
I have some Corys in my angel tank. No,
Yeah, they probably pig out on
just
whatever falls.
just the goby, just
Wow, I
the
didn't realize that it was that dangerous.
all of my
What?
gobies, all of the gobies are in the 40 gallon.
That's the stuff that they make arrows out of.
Oh yeah, obsidian is freaking.
Yep.
I've seen
And they
knives
make
made
their
out of that
knives
too.
and hatchets out of it. That's what the Indians use for, or Native Americans use to
Yep.
to
To
hunt
make
their
arrow
animals,
shafts, right?
and they can shave the
And all
skin right
around
off of
here,
anything.
they now have cameras on all the sites people used to collect on.
Oh yeah, they're because it's the naturalist thing where they don't want you take you. Their signs say, "Do not molest the land. Um,
Yep.
don't move any rock or don't make any changes or alter."
Well, my brother got popped for digging not only, well, he had excavated about 5 feet down on an Indian ruin, but unluckily
Jesus.
Damn.
it was on federal land, Los Alamos
Oh,
National Laboratory.
5 years
So
old.
That was a
Five.
claim.
it's federal
Well,
charges.
how old was he? Poeseewi, how old was he?
I think he was over 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No,
But it was like, he's Native American. Why can't he dig up his ancestors?
Right? Jeez.
because it's illegal to dig up your ancestors.
Yeah.
It is. Gosh. Yeah, they have a problem as it is. People digging and stealing stuff in Egypt of all the crypts and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, that's probably why people stealing treasure.
But that's just how people are. I mean, people in general are not nice.
It's a souvenir. It's a remembrance of your trip. That's how they
Yes.
justify it.
Yes. Or people just look at it like, oh, well, they're not using it. You know. Like, how do you know that? Man, these things bother my ears. Yeah, but for me, it's like when I was down in Florida, they didn't have too much of that. It's mainly on like the specific, like, what do you call those when they're like you have an island that's dedicated to a certain species, you're not allowed to go.
Protected area, like.
Yeah, protected
Leave
areas,
the
mostly
manatees
protected areas.
alone.
Oh, you could swim with the manatees.
My mom
Well,
swam with lemon sharks and manta rays.
Yep. Do a lot of that down there. You don't even know you're doing it sometimes. Swimming with bull sharks
Out here,
and alligators.
there's no
I
swimming with anything out here.
I grew up swimming in the swamps, and you couldn't even see in most of the water I would swim in. And it was just something I grew up around. I grew up. My family didn't give a shit. They were mostly drunk most of the time or high.
Yeah, well, see, me growing up in the desert, I flunked intermediate swimming like 3 times. I'm just
Yeah.
not made to swim, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pussy, I'm gonna call it night all.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Night.
Yeah, it's probably late. It's 11:17 here, so I can imagine anybody on the East Coast, for them it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning.
So, why did you move from Florida?
So I moved out here. It was, to be honest, it was a lie to me. My dad, I didn't talk to him for 10 years, and I thought I could try to make amends because he's an alcoholic, and he lied and made it seem like he wasn't drinking. Him and his wife. I came out here mainly to try to make a closer bond with my younger brothers that I didn't see for 10 years. It's just a lot of drama most of the time. So I moved up here. Me and my wife lived with them for a while. It it just got to be where it was unbearable, and we went ahead and jumped into our own apartment, and our lives took off from there. And now we're doing pretty decent. Um,
What do you do now?
we're both me and her both work in the hospital. She works at the sister hospital across town, and I work at another hospital as management for materials. So basically anything, all the wasteful stuff like syringes and anything like G tubes, tubing, surgical supplies,
I have a
which
master's in healthcare administration. My daughter, well, once her kids get a little bit older, she actually works in the call center, which is good right now because she's in Texas and gets to work at home. But she's going to go into neurosurgical nursing.
oh okay, that pays really good.
Yeah, that's why she wants. Well, plus my daughter's a genius, so
Which
so
one,
Gotta
Holly?
be.
and between me and my mom, we're good neurological guinea pigs. My mom's entire back is fused. I only
Gotcha.
have like 2 fusions right now. And
That sounds like my mom.
hey, Wes, yeah. Um,
My mom's
Hey,
stuck
Wes.
walking with a walker. But yeah, I moved up here. But me and my wife are making the best of our lives, and it somewhat feels like it's easier here. I probably could have done what I'm doing out here, um, down there in Florida. Which, if it don't work out here, all my family would definitely pretty much drag us back down, and they'd send us whatever we needed to get back down there. Because all my family love us down there. She doesn't have as much family down there, but most of her family's down there too. I mean, we basically have nobody up here at the moment because my 2 younger brothers are, like I said, they're drama. They're both, one's just now turning 18, and it's just brothers or
yeah,
sisters that are a pain. They just don't have it figured out yet. My youngest brother stole from me. He stole a waffle maker. I don't understand that, but anyways, waffle maker of all things. Like, who does that? What are you gonna do? Go make some waffles in the street?
yeah. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
just in curiosity, did you see him walking out with? How do you take a waffle?
He was actually coming back with it for some. Went to make waffles that morning. My wife likes to make waffles. He was we were like, okay, it's missing. We didn't think nothing. We were like, okay, that's freaking weird. Maybe somebody just took it or whatever. That was weird. So we felt uncomfortable at that moment. And then next thing you know, he'd come back from hanging out with his friends, and we asked him, "What was you doing with that?" He's like, "Oh, I thought it was my mom's." And I'm like, "Dude, that's ours." He goes, "Yeah, I was trying to sell it to get some weed." And I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "Dude, it's got like waffle crust all over it. How are you gonna sell something that's like 2 years old with like?" It's just it makes no sense. But anyways, that made me feel uncomfortable having him around my stuff
Yeah, I can
and having
understand that.
nice things. It just kind of makes you not want them. I don't even want none of them to know where I live anymore. It's just ridiculous. So basically, we're out here by ourselves, making it happen though. We do plan on trying to have a kid here in the next year. I'm excited for that.
What?
Oh, that'll be cool.
And working on yeah, I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger. I need to try to have some kind of kid in this life to experience with things that I like to do with them or something. Maybe they might be into the same thing as they grow up. I don't know. Whatever.
I wanted 6 kids. I had 4. I have 3 left. And probably in a couple months, they
Yes,
all
really bad.
were
Serious.
divorced.
We did.
They went to Texas. My ex married the nanny. They went to Texas. Um, my ex moved back to California, convinced my oldest son that California was a place to be. You're gonna get a big raise. So
Weed
he
waffles.
he's actually making less because of the cost of living. So he's seriously considering moving back to Texas because he
Wow.
has job offers. And it's like he should get out of California. It's like get away from your dad before he kills you too.
Big John.
So all my kids will be
Gosh,
in Texas.
7 kids. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He was busy, hippie John.
Well, after the 4th C-section, they said no more, or you're gonna break open. So it was like I was sad.
Uh-oh, low battery on my chat.
Otherwise, I would have had more kids.
Resin, please. Oh, resin press. Oh, maybe that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, that's a pretty bad case, stealing a waffle maker. I mean,
Well, I mean, it does get nice and warm, so I guess if you. But what would work better for that is probably a sandwich press to make resin.
when those ads
Jeez.
for the sandwich press first started, we were at my mom's house, and my oldest son woke up my mother at 2 o'clock in the morning and made her order him a sandwich maker. And then he sort of got hooked, even being like 12, got
Wait, a
hooked on
what?
making like shopping. And
The pita grills are pretty nice though.
yeah, when
Those are great.
my ex and I got divorced, I was still had access to his credit cards for a short time. And I got this phone call like 2:30 in the morning, and the guy said, "Are you Mrs. Such and Such?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, we
Yeah,
have
that's how
your
you do it with.
phone, and he'd like to order uh, 3 of item number 4276 on your credit card. Would that be okay?" And I said, "Sure." So 2 weeks later, my ex called me up and said, "What the hell did you think you were doing ordering the boys real samurai swords?" And it was
Oh
like,
my
whoa,
gosh.
how cool. He had to put them in the gun safe because they were
Jeez.
going after.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I
Samurai swords are pretty dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yeah, I was.
Or in anybody's hands.
My mom had 6 miscarriages before me, but she went to, before I was conceived, she went to Apache shaman, and they blessed her and said she'd have a child within a year.
And it happened?
That was me, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
But I never understood people who didn't want kids until I realized that there's so many people out there that shouldn't have kids that do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, if you're smart enough to realize that you are not right to have kids, it's a good thing that you decide not to. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of
that's
people
true.
out there who deserve kids and don't get them.
The one reason some people don't want kids is because they can be financial suicide.
It
Yeah,
depends on the person too. I mean, you have to be willing to put in the work and
That agree.
be hungry for a better life. You have to really work on it. I mean, unless you have 7 kids.
oh, I'd be so happy to have had 7 kids. My mom, my mother, the artist, writer, actress, she's been in like every who's who for the last 20 years, 25 years. My dad is a nuclear laser physicist. It's like,
Freaky fish lady, I can understand that.
yeah. What did I do wrong? How come you only wanted to have a farm and raise children?
Way too many bad parents. I just don't understand it.
I really lucked out because my kids and my nephews are really good parents. When my nieces have kids, they'll be really good parents.
Broke his joke.
I don't know what not being broke. No, I can't say that. I divorced a multimillionaire. I know what having money is, and I'd rather be broke.
Yeah, money doesn't always make anybody a better person. Some
Oh,
people it
I guess I should unpin
just
it.
helps.
I
Unpin.
guess I should unpin that.
Unpin
Thank
what?
you, Patty.
Oh, in case a bot tries to come in and do some bebop.
Ta-da! Yeah, sometimes I wonder how I can afford fish. But then I get some killer deals.
Being thrifty.
Yeah.
I am super thrifty. Not all the time though. Sometimes I get a little bit crazy. If I got the money. But I don't have any kids.
It's
So
like,
that probably helps.
I'll sell a couple tanks and then I buy some fish. I sold a couple tanks, so I'm spending $30 on 30 OBs.
No.
And I made the other deal with 5 yo-yos, which are 2 to 3 inches.
Yo-yo
And
luches are so cool.
a really beautiful lemon OB.
I don't even know what an OB is.
Really bright orange
I'm
OB.
sorry. What is an OB?
Orange blotch cichlid.
Oh, okay.
Not that there will. Excuse me.
Are they
Not
kind of
that
like
they're
sunfish?
orange. No, they're peacock cichlid. Well, they can be peacocks, haplochromous, or mambunas.
Oh, okay. So I've never kept cichlids. I've always kept I've always been into nano fish and like tiny fish that can live together. I mean, I guess you could probably do that with cichlids, depending on the other fish or type of like inverts you put them with it, or
Well,
would they
yeah.
eat the shrimp?
They'll
all
eat
my
'em.
all my African cichlids live together, and I have South American cichlids. Well, they're all hybridized. Because I have parrots, polar blues, and a Honduran red point.
Anyways, I kind of still don't want to grow up yet, so having a kid
Never
probably
grow
would
up.
change that.
I'll never grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I mean, you still gotta have your fun though. I mean, even if you do have kids, if you're not having fun, you're probably gonna be the lamest parent ever.
All right, Lori, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go to bed
Well,
soon.
all right,
Okay.
Kevin. You have a good night.
Thank you, Rick. It was nice meeting you up. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little more comfortable on the live streams.
Well,
Hopefully,
thank
that's not a bad thing.
Awesome.
Hey, you're braver than I am.
Getting over my anxiety.
Well, thank you. It was fun talking with you. I
It
had a
was fun.
blast. And thank you, Lori.
And I love seeing your lizards.
Oh
Wait,
yeah. Huh?
well,
Bye,
it's
Lori.
sort of like everybody. It's like a lot of the streams. All they do is talk about fish, and that's why this is open for anything. Because, I mean, well, it was really nice to meet you in Surf City, and I hope to see you again.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Largemouth bass. Those would probably jump out of my tank. I mean, right now
Largemouth
my
bass.
cichlids are like getting the entire area around them wet with splashing. When I feed them, they've decided
Knocking the
that,
tank lids off.
yeah, shrimp and if I would never have started feeding them shrimp and soldier fly larvae, I don't think they'd be
Yeah.
so excited about eating.
Thank you, Surf City. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
John, you can come up here. I'm always up for having
Man, that's painful.
awesomely cool people up.
I had to drink some of my water.
It's fun to meet new people because inevitably you will have something in common with them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when I first met Roundhouse, there was like,
I should probably
but
subscribe to
it's
Surf
got a
City.
glass lid. See, the only glass lids that I have anymore are from refrigerators. They're hard to come by because the glass is thicker and it doesn't tend to break. I have some plexiglass, but even with quarter-inch plexiglass, it bends, which just drives me crazy.
So when you're a
'Cause
live stream, can you
that's-
chat? I don't understand that. Oh,
You
just you don't really need to. You don't even need to. I'm such an idiot.
No, I've done it. I've done it.
Oh my gosh. Like you need to type anything, you could just say it. I'm so used to just chat and then chat where you just actually talk with your texting.
Hey, Griffin. Well, see, my
My
problem
tablet was
is
dying.
I'll like mute myself and forget I'm muted, and then start talking and like,
Or
hey,
like
is
me,
Lori
exit the
here?
whole freaking chat.
Where's Lori? And it's like, I'm right here. Oh, I'm muted. No wonder nobody can hear me.
Gosh. Yeah,
I have
that's something I would probably do.
75-gallon horse troughs. I don't have horses anymore, but I kept the water buckets.
350-gallon container.
Oh, that'd be a nice pond.
Wow. You could just do an above ground pond. Above ground pool. that would probably do pretty well. I've known a lot of people down in Florida that used to do the above ground. They'd have an above ground pool for years, and then they would just let it go, turn green,
And throw
and then
fish.
after a while, oh yeah, you get the weird water bugs that are in there. You could toss koi in there, and then you have to put a net over it because of the hawks and the eagles come and just snatch your fish if not, or the raccoons.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just liked it, because watching the people like when the streets flood, going out and catching fish in the streets,
yeah,
and
that's awesome. Probably
yeah,
not a good thing, but it's awesome.
yeah, and going out, just like to the local swamp or whatever, and like dipping a net in and coming up with cichlids and all these,
Oh, that sucks.
it's like I'd love to be able to do that. I mean, in Texas, I had a tank full of bluegill because that's what I could catch. Okay, let's see, who was it?
Danny, you could probably put some of that put you some pond liner with some of that, what's that stuff that people have sprayed the whole bottom of their glass bottom boats with? Comes in a spray can. It's like super strong. Hello, Griffin.
Wow, 600 gallons. Yeah. I think
Flex Seal, yes.
No, Flex Seal did not work for me. I actually
Aw,
did
dang.
a review on it.
Oh,
And
dang.
didn't work for me.
Man. I was thinking maybe if you dried it completely out and put that on there after cleaning it up.
Nah, I wouldn't trust it.
Hello, Griffin.
Seal. I think it was, I want to say it was J-Rock who did a really comprehensive study on pool liners and found out the best one is made by Firestone.
Oh. Use Flex Seal on my blueprint. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's
I tried using
it's non-toxic, right? Is it just? It's like basically silicone, right?
Fish.
Oh well, that's in a fish environment, but in a terrarium, or a vivarium, it's probably not too bad.
Yeah, when my son does 3D printing.
Sunfish said he loves it in Texas. Yep, I love it here in Texas. Yeah. Oh.
If it weren't so humid, I'd like it better.
So, I've been through a nasty flood. It wasn't even a hurricane or anything down there in Florida. I was on the Anklet River, and I was on a bend, and the mouth of the river opened up out into the Gulf of Mexico. And we had a king tide with, I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 days straight of like pouring down tropical rain, tropical storms, or tropical rain. It wasn't even a tropical storm, but the water rose so high on the river that it was up to my waist inside the house, the river, and it was flowing to the house with like we had turtles, we had snakes, I'd seen catfish, frogs with the flashlight. I was using my canoe to get around and try to get all my stuff. This was like 3 a.m. and I had sandbags at the door thinking I was going to stop the water. I didn't realize how high it was going to get. Yeah, I don't like living on the river after that. Just don't want. I don't want to live on the river. Well, Florida's already below sea level.
Yeah.
So well, it doesn't take much.
Writing a book, and I just flooded a few islands. It was kind of fun.
You're writing a book? That's awesome. My wife just went to 4 years of college for that.
My mom's a writer. My daughter's published. My dad's published.
Oh, wow. Well, she wants to like write for like a magazine or a big company.
Well, my dad wrote. It was funny because when I was in Texas, I wrote a grant, and I actually got it for a nonprofit mental health support and advocacy group. And everyone was like, Well, how'd you do it? Oh, I just pretended that it was a school paper, i.e., followed the directions exactly.
As
And then
if you
I
were
asked
learning.
my dad for help, who's gotten, $100,000 contracts, writing grants for the government. So, and for his company and my mom's company. So I
That's
just asked my
interesting.
dad, and he basically said, keep it simple, don't lie, and follow the directions. Because if they want 10
Dang,
points
it is expensive.
times Roman and you use 12, they throw your grant out without even reading it. And it's like,
Wow.
the secrets.
Ah, the secret to writing.
Yeah, follow the directions.
Yeah, I like whenever they did the FCAT or whatever. My strongest point was writing. I mean, I was the kid that wrote until there was no more time because I got lost in it. But
Oh, now
there's a
that's
bait store in Fort Worth that also sells pond stocking fish. So legally, I can own bass. That teaches me. Oh, wow.
I
Yeah, and
just got the bluegill out of the Lampasas River and put them
yeah.
in a fish tank. I actually got an award when I lived in Texas for saving pollywogs. Because the pond,
Pollywogs.
yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought that was just a Pokemon.
no,
Wow.
baby frogs.
What?
The river was drying up, and the pollywogs got
Nice
stuck,
sunfish.
or tadpoles, got stuck in little ponds, and they
Are
were
these
drying.
bullfrogs?
There were like three different kinds of frogs. So
Oh, okay.
we were filling up the ponds with water and digging holes or streams from the dried up ponds to the water.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Danny.
And Fish and Game asked what we were doing, and we told him we were saving it. And next time he came, he had a certificate for saving one of the types of frogs which was endangered. I have it somewhere. It was like, wow, I never thought I'd get an award for saving pollywogs, but and people catch them and use them for bait.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that. There's tons of them.
Yeah,
Pollywogs. I didn't even know that was. I actually completely forgot that was what those were called. With the where the tadpoles are still got the tail, but they just got their legs. I grew up catching tadpoles and playing with them in the river and the ponds.
I grew up catching snakes and lizards and
Oh
ornithopters.
yeah, same here. There's plenty of that down there. I mean, Florida's just it's like a freaking almost very rainforesty in certain areas.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up in about 15 minutes because
Okay, okay.
I got a big fish day tomorrow, and
A
I'm
what?
bringing fish day. I got to go pick up fish.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta do tank setup or?
No, I already got the tank set up. I had to move the beta out of a 25 high, and I have a 20 long that has one guppy in it because I couldn't catch it.
Is it a little baby?
Yeah,
Or is it
well,
just
it's
all over
bigger
the
than
place?
a baby now. I'll probably catch it tomorrow, but I'm getting
Probably. Lower the water.
fish. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up setting up a new tank today. I'm breaking the rules at my apartment, of course.
Oh yeah.
But I'm kinda over it. I can't wait to
Well,
get a
it was
can't wait to
funny.
get a house.
All of my freshwater jellyfish.
Wait, what?
I might have to come visit you when I visit my kids, sunfish. Okay, I know where that is. My kids are all in like Belton, by Fort Hood. I'm
Freshwater
trying to
jellyfish.
convince my nephew to have one of his friends let me on their property to go fishing in one of their ponds, because then I don't have to get a fishing license in Texas. I can just go fish in the private property ponds. What would I do with jellyfish?
Oh, wow. It is. That's a weird name. Grass. Grass. I don't even know how to say it. Graspedacusta sowerby. It looks like it's the size of a penny.
Oh, how cute! I don't.
About 20 to 25 millimeters.
I own my own house, and
1
all
inch.
my fish tanks are in the bedroom because between my boyfriend and I, we own way too many records and VHSs and CDs and DVDs and laser discs and video games. Like, we look like a library. And it suddenly occurred to me, I could actually have a fish tank in the living room because it's my house. What a concept.
So I'm going to bring up a picture of what that jellyfish looks like.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing your blue dream tank.
That's what that jellyfish looks like.
Looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah. It's got lots of tentacles.
How cool. Oh,
It's,
yeah. When I go to the biopark, I love watching the jellyfish. Okay, well, thank you for coming, Holly, and I will talk to you and see you later.
watching jellyfish becomes not. Yes, it is. See you, Ollie. That freaky fish lady. Yes.
Well, I haven't told my boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
I told my daughter if I ever have to go into assisted living, I'm going to go live at her house.
Gotta love it when they send you this stuff.
A little bit lower. Water conditioner and tropical flakes.
It's with the Aqueon tanks from Petco.
You know, our Petco totally redid their fish area and like.
Gotta love it when you have a knowledgeable Petco employee that helps you with things and
Yeah, well,
orders you specific fish.
I used to really, really love our Petco, but it went downhill. Well, it's now our way too. And our PetSmart, first time ever I've been asked. I bought 2 female platies, and I was asked, "Oh, what size tank do you have, and do you have anything else in there?" Or what size tank was I going to put them in? And I said, well, out of the 17 tanks. And she said, well, maybe I don't need to ask you. And I said, no, I'm going to put them in with the platies. Believe me, I won't put them in with the Oscars or the cichlids or the guppies.
So, do you have any saltwater tanks?
No.
I've never even dived into salt. I've always wanted to try my hand. I thought about doing something like what Ian's got going on with a 10-gallon. I imagine that's probably tougher with the parameters.
Yeah.
10 gallons are always a little bit tougher.
That's part of the reason why I like the bigger tanks.
A 29-gallon wouldn't be bad for that. Because they're taller. You can put the coral a little higher to the light.
Really? You have to have a fishing license to fish on private property in Texas?
That's ridiculous.
And not to mention the fact that in New Mexico, my fishing license cost me $8.
How much?
$8.
That's not bad.
$2 for a second reel. And then there's the $5 habitat, whatever.
Just to get a snook license, it's like 20-something dollars.
Because I'm handicapped. But in Texas, you can get the Bluebonnet Pass for the national parks, which say if you are disabled.
Nice sunfish.
Well, maybe I'll just have to go to a Texas State Park, and because I want to take my grandkids fishing.
Probably catch a lot more in a state park unless the like private ponds or lakes are stocked pretty well.
Yeah, I always look at the stocking reports, but the problem is the water's been so low.
So they add fish.
I can't get to the water because I can't climb down, the levee banks
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever. So, and the water's so low, you have to like climb down to the water, and I can't do it now. Um, oh, I love clear lakes. The very clearest lake I ever saw. We went, and of course, it was when I was a little kid. We went to San Blas, Mexico, and it was a typical like tropical lagoon. And they had like a swing. You could swing from the tree, and ooh, and you could drop into the water, and you could see the alligators.
Nice.
But we weren't swimming there anyway, and we weren't bothered. See, that's why I wanted to move to Israel and live on a kibbutz, because it's like living in a commune. But then I decided I really didn't want to be a soldier. So I didn't immigrate.
So was you in the military somehow, or?
No. In high school, I tried to run away with the Navy band, and I would have gotten at least a start if the principal hadn't taken one step back and looked at the soldier next to him and saw me crouching down in the seat.
Oh, dang.
Boy,
Yeah.
did I get in trouble.
Gosh.
Almost got away with it. I mean, come on, the guys were really cool. They said they'd buy me clothes and whatever else I needed. And it was like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble. But there's a really nice commune up in, it's called Aslan, I think,
Aslan?
Colorado.
Aslan?
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
but
My battery's gonna die here soon.
I got so turned off of Colorado when I lived there that, I mean,
It's really dry there.
New Mexico's drier.
Dang. Yeah, I get to the point where I could, because I work in the hospital, so you're always washing your hands and putting sanitizer
Yeah, so
on, especially right now.
Crap.
Oh my God, it gets so bad. I mean, now that I'm not working, I'm still washing my hands, but not using that soap that they use that's like super rough on your hands. I'm not washing them as much either. I'm not doing as much. I feel like I've gained weight too since I stayed at home. I'm up to like 200 pounds. The most I've weighed was 260. That was when I was down in Florida, and that was when I ate. I I've been a vegan for 9 years now, which is a lot of people are like, how the hell do you do that?
Oh, my cousin's vegan since like forever.
Yeah, it's
I had a shock today. I was out of my diabetes medications for 2 months. I got them, finally changed doctors, got them last month, and I went and had all my blood tests done today. And my A1C is 11, and that's after being on my diabetes meds for a month. And it's like, oh man, it must have been so high. And it's like, after a month of being on all my medications, it's only down to 11. It's like, I barely eat as it is. It's like, I don't know how I can eat any better or any less. It's like,
I'm always eating. one thing about being vegan. It's you're always hungry. Never enough. A lot of my friends are always making fun of me. Oh, you should eat meat. You'll feel a lot better and won't have so many problems. Like, no, I've always had my problems.
I actually got a military discount when I rented a Penzies truck because I have USAA insurance. And he said, "So you're in the military?" And I said, "No, just my son and my nephew." And he says, "Well, I'll give it to you anyway. You have USAA insurance." I said, "Oh, thank you." I'm banned from basketball. I was 5 minutes late calling them to tell them I was going to be a day late with the truck. And they had 5 minutes late. They'd already turned me in for stealing the truck.
You what?
I called them when the truck was 5 minutes late and said I was going to keep it for another day. And they said, "Sorry, we already turned it in as stolen." So the police,
Oh my gosh.
later that night, the police pulled me over and took the truck and impounded it, made me walk home. Luckily, they didn't arrest me.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, and then, they took everything in the truck up to Colorado Springs, and they wanted to charge me like an ungodly amount to get it back.
Like $400, $500.
Yeah, plus the fee for,
So altogether, it was like 700.
Yeah, and then the owner of the U-Haul called me up and said, and this is like the 26th or 27th of the month, says, "If you can come get your stuff by the 1st, I won't charge you anything." And it was like, okay, so all I have to do is get the money to drive up to Colorado Springs. And we spent the first couple of hours trying to open the door because they had put crates of silverware upside down, and the silverware had like gotten into the tracks
Oh,
of
dang.
the door, so we couldn't get it open. They broke the glass on a lot of the pictures. But we got everything for free, so I was happy.
It's always
But
nice.
I'm banned from renting U-Hauls. I'm such a
That-
bad person.
That's crazy. In order to move here, I was bringing my dad's stuff all the way across the country. That was part of the deal. He had his stuff down there in a controlled climate storage for 4 years since he lived up here, and come to realize it was mostly junk.
Yeah,
I'm like, why would you spend that much money on a bunch of junk?
because it's your junk.
Yeah, I know, but it was just. I mean,
I
some
have,
of the stuff in there is pretty cool, but
I have a 10 by 20 foot storage that I've had for, God, probably 10 years now. And I've actually been broken into twice, and nothing's been stolen.
wow. What was
I
the
guess
purpose of it?
they were breaking in to steal things to sell for heroin and stuffed
Jeez.
animals and clothes. I mean, they even ripped open boxes that were on the bottom to see what was in it. And luckily, they didn't hit any of the expensive things.
That were probably buried all the way in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
But they sure made a mess. And it's like, now that I'm getting a semi-trailer to put everything in, I'm going to have to go through everything, and it's going to be so painful because I don't know what I still have and have not.
Oh, yeah, it brings back memories.
Colorado. No, in Colorado,
It would probably bring back memories of things that you haven't seen in years, like pictures.
yeah. Well, things like, okay, he's not really my brother, but I adopted him, and he was my roommate in Colorado, and I sort of adopted him, and so he lives with me now. I have the only surviving pictures of his parents somewhere. And it's like,
Buried, probably.
yeah, well, he was homeless, and it's like he brought him over to show me. You know, and he stayed with us for a while, and then he left. And like, pictures are something that are, you know, irreplaceable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I kept him, knowing I'd probably see him again. So, you know, he has a safe forever place to live now. So it's like, here's your pictures back.
Right. Right. Gosh. Yeah. I helped my dad go through all the stuff, and he found some pictures of me when I was a kid that nobody else has.
Oh, that's cool.
Me being by the river and stuff, and when I had a full head of hair, of course.
My brother's
Gotta love getting old.
bald, started going bald when he was 17.
That's about what happened to me. I
Yeah.
started getting that receding hairline,
By the time
standing
he
on
was
the top.
there. Okay, it's after 1 o'clock.
Oh
here,
yeah, I
And
should call it. And my
Yeah.
phone's gonna die anyway, so that works out. This was
thank you
fun.
everybody for coming, and Danny, and
Everybody have a good night.
your prizes out ASAP, and congratulations, Patty.
Congrats, Danny and Patty.
You really do deserve it.
Yeah, and I will see you guys in chat sometime tomorrow. I am off and probably until Friday or Monday. Probably be chatting because I'm gonna have nothing better to do. You know. Everybody have a good night.
Up, Rick. And
This
I
was
look
definitely fun.
talking to
Oh,
you
yeah.
more. And
Same here.
Seeing more of your aminals.
Oh yes, I could probably show you guys all the isopods one night. Those
Ooh.
never get old.
Okay.
I finally got me a new what you call it, tripod.
I have an old tripod, but it's better than no tripod.
Yeah, my old one broke, but I found out that I could just replace the piece that holds the phone. You know, but now I have two, so I guess.
Ties. They work great.
Right. Gosh. Well, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later.
Okay, take it easy, everybody, and thanks for
Peace.
coming. And
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Let's see you.
Bye.